Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, one, welcome all, to more of the Ace Attorney Investigations 2. You might be wondering, hey Nitro, it's Saturday. You don't do the investigating on the weekends. It's like your day job. You only do it throughout the week. You're right, I do. But I feel bad for missing Tuesday because I was just so tired after work, and I was just like, and I'll realize I almost canceled today because my right eye is kind of swollen, and it's probably nothing serious. I don't think it, it's fine, and I feel okay-ish, and it's gotten better over the past couple hours. And I noticed it when I got out of the shower, but there's like something in my eye, and I cannot get it out. That's what it feels like. But it's like, I'm fine. In the great words of Apollo's Justice, when I wake up tomorrow. But yeah, everything is fine. I hope. Like I said, I might be looking into things. I might be, not as worried as I should be. Because some people, because what I read online, it might be just stereotype, just allergies. Because it's that time of year again. All I know is I think I'm fine. Like I said, I think will be still. Anyways, enjoy the new timer, everyone. I think it's a great topic because it's a great thing to remind everybody. I'll remind everybody here top of the stream. Especially with the events of going on right now in Ace Attorney, with especially playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2, I realized that there are some events that are happening in real life that feel like it's mimicking events that happened in Ace Attorney Investigations 2. I would just like those real events to stay out of this chat. I hope you understand. It's just this is a place to enjoy video games and not have to talk about politics. It's actually a very big rule in here in the chat to not talk about politics. So I do want to emphasize that, especially what's going on in the real world and what's happening in the game, that it's like life imitating art here. And so I want to make sure that everybody knows to please not bring up real life events. And I feel like if you know these events, you would understand which one I'm specifically trying to refer to, because I know I immediately made a joke about it when I first heard of that piece of news. So, yeah. Just want to make sure everything A-okay before like I said, not 100% fun. Quite frankly, I really do feel like I'm full of justice. That's why I'll keep on saying, and don't worry, I'm fine. In the great words of Apollo Justice, I'm fine. Anyways, I think I want to just shut up and let's start playing video games. Grand Turnabout, beginning part 2. April 6th, 11:23 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session. Is the defense ready? Of course, Your Honor. You can begin whenever you want. The prosecution has been ready from the start, Your Honor. Jill Crane, the attorney in charge of the defense, has passed on from this world. Furthermore, Sebastian DeBest, the prosecutor in charge, has disappeared. And so, Francesca and Mr. Shields have taken over their duties. Before we begin, I would like to apologize for the delay of today's trial. As the crime took place in the prison, a crime where justice is normally administered, and the defendant was the warden of the prison, further exacerbating the situation, additional time was specially arranged for an investigation to prepare for the trial. In addition, the defense attorney in charge of this case, Jill Crane, has recently passed away. Due to these circumstances, the trial was further delayed. Mr. Shields, Ms. Von Karma, at this time, I'd like to give you my gratitude for taking up the responsibility on such short notice. I guess this is the last job Courtney Pie's friend left for us to handle. Well, Uncle Ray's more than happy to help out. Although, having said that, I only have enough time to skim through the case files. You were there with the investigation, bucko. You know, you're pretty much golden to lose, my friend. I love you though, but kind of destined to lose. Are you okay on your end, Prince Pie? What kind of prosecutor abandons his own case and vanishes without a trace? The one whose father literally made him cry? Running out of a room crying? I won't allow any more delays in this trial while we wait for that foolish man to return. I have received the evidence just now. There should be no problem to continue with the trial. You have my thanks. With that, I hereby call the defendant, Francesca Rowland, to the stand. Now then, will the prosecution please give their opening statements? Very well, Your Honor. The defendant... Please wait, Your Honor. What is it? Well, there's something I'd like you to fill me in on. Just what exactly am I doing in a place like this? Do you not remember the prison turnabout? I remember it very clearly. Then perhaps you'll do well to listen to the opening statement. If it's so, then I'll get to it, huh? Okay, then let's hear it. That was the plan from the start. Now, if you would like, kindly shut up and listen. The incident occurred in the detention center, and the prison warden Warrenlow is in charge of. The victim, Horns Knightley, who is being held in the detention center. The prosecution is certain that this woman here is the culprit. This knife, the murder weapon, is decisive. Huh? Where's the knife? Miss Von Karma, is something wrong? That's impossible! The evidence is... What's wrong with the evidence, Francie Pie? Evidence. The knife's gone. The chisel with tongue of bells attached to it is missing too. What? Wait. Oh no, we have Edward the evidence here. Order! Prosecutor Von Karma, what is the meaning of this? I don't understand either, Your Honor. If there's no evidence, then I suppose there's not much reason for me to be here. Some prosecutor can even hold up to one little piece of evidence. What a dunce. I only received everything that the previous prosecutor... It appears that the culprit is that pampered. the appears the culprit is that pampered prosecutor, that boy Blunder. Hey, Courtney Pat, what is it? Your Honor, considering our predicament, let's say we postpone the trial until later. Overruled! The defense proposal is overruled. Eh? Courtney Pat. I mean, I believe in I believe Courtney is in the. I feel like Courtney is kind of an idiot for overruling that statement, because what Ray is suggesting, postponing the evidence, but posting until the evidence is retrieved, is interesting, because he's basically incriminating his own defense, making it a farewell to turnabout. You know, right? It'd be troubling for me if this trial were to be delayed any further. I just want everyone to know that I'm innocent as soon as possible. Objection! Innocent? I have more than enough of your foolish. Besides, you don't have any evidence, right? I recall a certain saying. In court, evidence is everything. That's the saying? In court, evidence is everything. Isn't it? I believe we first heard that from, actually, Edward. Once there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor? That is correct. Huh? What? I like how Ray is not even trying to win this case. The prosecution has not discussed the evidence to prove the defendant's guilt. As such, I hereby find the defendant Christopher Rowland.
Objection!
Hold your horses, Courtney Pie. You can't just declare us innocent all of a sudden. Look at a man not trying to do his job. This really does feel like farewell my turnabout. Once Phoenix certain defense attorney realized that his client was guilty. Is something the matter? With the defense objecting to a not guilty verdict. Well, I mean, even you must know that the warden over there is guilty, right? You were with us when we found the murder weapon. Mr. Sheehan, a judge must remain impartial when handing down a verdict. That is why I cannot allow myself to make fun of my own personal feelings. A person who was present at the murder weapon was discovered, and the judge sitting before you now are two completely different people. You're kidding, right? I can only hand down a verdict based on the evidence that was presented. Objection! There is evidence! It's just, well, it's not here right now, but a few minutes, that's all I need. I'll find the evidence and return to court without fail. The prosecution requests a brief recess, Your Honor. That's defense would also like a recess, Your Honor. Right back, please. I understand. I shall grant you your request. Oh, Justine, aren't you just wishy-washy today? Rolanda, I'll be real with you. I think the person that you should just be like all worried about is your goddamn lawyer. This court will now adjourn for a 15-minute recess, during which the prosecution and the defense shall prepare the resumption of the trial. Understood, Your Honor. Good. Phew, that was a close one. Court is now adjourned. April 6th, 11:38 a.m. District Court, the 3rd floor, lobby. Did we find it together? The evidence? Yes, we certainly did. Huh? What's the matter, detective? Looks like the metal detector was reacting to this alligator. Really? Why? Of course, that's why the metal detector reacted. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this. A puzzle? Wasn't that just a fake murder weapon? murder weapon is hidden in this con inside the alligator. I wonder if it was stolen by someone. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Berry, Mr. Keys. Did you come to attend the trial? I can't be here because I heard there was a really fun show around here. So where is it? And the trial is with case I got caught up and was supposed to have already started. But our practice ran a little late. I believe it was somewhere around here, wasn't it? Actually, two pieces of evidence I found missing. The chisel and the knife. The trial's in recess now. It's sort of like an intermission. You just missed it, Simon. What? What is that supposed to mean? Looks like Simon's gonna get arrested again. No, wait, I can't! I guess Simon is in his usual noisy self. Huh? Just think that you immediately get like this. Who's getting whipped? And here comes another noisy individual. Now, Francis, let's just take a moment and calm down a bit. Maybe you could whip of yours away. What do you say? That foolish prosecutor. How would I get my hands on him? I was gonna give him a thrashing of a lifetime.
Now, do you think it'd be worse or better than what his father has given to him?
Why don't you try talking to her? Good grief. On that note, I guess I should probably hear what you have to say. Let's talk to everybody else first, though. I don't want to talk to Francesca right away. Okay, looks like you gotten your memories back. Yeah, I'm all better now. Uncle Ray was really worried, you know. So that other Kate was also pretty cute. Well then, now that you've recovered, how about a hug for old time's sake? Nope. You need to focus on the trial right now. Yeah, things aren't looking good. I don't care how much you guys say, this song will always be a bop. At any rate, we'll have to search for the evidence. But we can't interrupt the trial. Uncle Ray is in a pig. If only there was someone who could find the evidence for us. That looks like that look of expectation face that's all. Hold on. My nose is like getting really sucky. Hold on. Let's go. Still don't have your prosecution center, right? Do you finally feel like following in your father's footsteps? I simply left someone else in someone else's care. I wasn't stripped of my back. Furthermore, right now, I'm unable to follow in my father's footsteps. See, well, there's no need to rush around your decision. Take all the time you need to determine to pass on to Papa. In any case, the door's always open for you at Edgeworth's law office. I mean, having an Edgeworth in the building would, you know, live up to its name again. Mr. Shields. Okay, that's enough talking to us. Isn't there anything we could do? Well, actually, I just got a great idea. If we put on an animal show inside the courtroom, everyone would be caught up in it. And then, maybe if they had to delay the trial another day. No way. If we did something like that, I'd get arrested for sure. Nah, you'll be fine. The court is not as cold as not so cold as to arrest someone for showing everyone a good time. Okay. I beg to differ. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? I would prefer if you didn't frankly encourage such criminal behavior. The courthouse is so much fun! There's even a wild animal tamer here! A wild animal tamer? Is she talking about herself? She's probably not. Her showmanship could use some work, though. Oh, she's talking about Francesca! But that lady really knows how to handle a whip. Yeah, she's definitely talking about Francesca here. Although, in her case, her whip is used to taking. Wait. Hold on. Steering the race for the time. No one may enter the courtroom. Really? No one can get in? Like I said, during the recess, no one may enter this courtroom. But if nobody can go in, no one can receive the trial and we'll be stuck in recess forever. No! You're right! We're all doomed! Mr. Edgeworth, do you like how I pointed out that contradiction just now? I don't think you gained any useful information by pressing the bailiff. During the recess, no one. Scopium laws for beginners. Huh, I wonder if even I could read them. Ah, but it looks like volume 1 is currently on loan. I better wait and start the first volume. Otherwise, the story won't make any sense. Okay? I hate to ruin it for you, but all law books don't have any stories. But she still should probably start with volume 1. The schedule for upcoming trials has been posted on this bulletin board. Of course, the Patricia Rowland's trial is listed as well. Mr. Edgeworth, if we can't find the missing evidence, yes, it will be a serious problem. Let's try and talk with Francesca. I know, but I want to examine everything, because I'm a nerd. It's a model of the courthouse. It's really well made. There's something written on the information. Present the button to activate robot transformation sequence. Reservation required to view the transformation show. Please inquire at front desk. This model courthouse. Show robot. Let's go see it! Let's see it! I won't believe it until I see it. But Mr. Edgeworth, it's unusual quiet. I thought you'd be making a fuss about wanting to see it. If the model can transform, does that mean that this courthouse can also? Okay, I assure you that's not possible. But perhaps there is more to this courthouse than meets the eye. That would be so cool! Just imagine you're in court. And then suddenly it's like, I hereby find the defendant. That is supposed to be a gavel. I don't have a gavel. I wish I had. I mean, to be fair, I'll be real with you guys. I've been working on making like subtitles for my actual subtitles, and one of the ideas I have would require me to get a gavel. A really cool gavel, actually. But I won't be posting that until at least October. I want to make sure everything's finalized. Oh yeah, it'd be like, and it's like, so I find the defendant, Where do you think you're going? No, I wasn't going anywhere. I just wanted to. I was just examining the doors. Ah, I see. It's number one rule of great thief. Sure, you're escape route. Good thinking. You want to become a Yatsukatsu's assistant? All you gotta do is ask. That's just you. I'll let you skip the written exam and skill test. I'll hire you on the spot. That's quite alright. I appreciate the sentiment. It's an old whole leather sofa. Yeah, the letter's full of holes. Indeed, it's a whole leather sofa. I feel like there was a contradiction somewhere in this conversation. Okay, I think we examined everything. Let's talk to Francesca. Oh, if it isn't if it isn't former prosecutor Miles Edmonds, Francesca, those who have abandoned the past of the prosecutor do not belong. Now be a go boys and go home and figure out what you want to your own life. Still, what are you going to do, Francesca? The recess is only 15 minutes. You're always so calm and collected. Like an archer anchorman reading off a teleprompter. It makes me sick! I should probably stay classy and avoid a confrontation with her. Francesca, I never expected you to end up taking over the prosecution of the case. The bodyguard of the president of Nafa, Florence Knightley, was murdered. The defendant is former warden of prison, Francesca Laura Rose. The knife she used as a murder weapon has been prepared as evidence. However, the murder weapon has disappeared without a trace. Not only did he abandon his own case, but he also made me look like a fool in court! Now! Next time I see that foolish fool of a prosecutor, I will the backbone. I don't mind if you whip someone's backbone. Some whip backbone innocent, but stop whipping innocents to bystanders! If only there was someone who could go search for the evidence for us. Very well. I'll go look for them. Oh, Miles! You do that for us? Of course. Finding the evidence within a 15 minutes will be no easy task. Well, the worst comes to worst. Uncle Ray and Francis and I will help you solve it. Francesca, this is about your streak here. You saved a certain defense attorney once, and let me now serve you once. Until you recover the evidence, we won't let her hand down the verdict. Please do so. Francesca, are you okay with this? You're asking me, Francesca Fontana, to help you out? You better spending the rest of your life as an incubator for the local news. It's on premise. This is an emergency. We can really use your cooperation. I like how getting the evidence will help the prosecution out with her case. And yet she's like, no. And the defense, the evidence will not help his case, is like, has Logic chess! We don't really have evidence. 2 nights ago, Judge Courtney met with President Huang. It is true that I spoke with the President of Huang on the roof of the Grand Tower. However, we only discussed business. There is no need to tell you what was said. Just like in the trial earlier, she won't reveal her personal feelings easily. When she's speaking as a judge, it would be better for me to wait and see what she develops. Now then, I'll start by asking what she talked about with the President. Logic. Could you tell me what you and the President talked about? My meeting with the President was strictly business, and since it was nothing to do with you, I am not obligated to answer your question. I appreciate your understanding. Even so, you certainly are a very busy person, aren't you? You're a member of the CIC and a judge as well. You assist with the investigation. Simply fulfilling my professional duties that have been assigned to me. Was your meeting with the President also one of duty assigned to you as the judge? Yes, of course it was. I am one who lives for the law. Never act outside my professional duties. This morning, you returned Kay's promise notebook to me. I don't believe that all your actions are simply done for the sake of your duties. It's true. It seems I still retain some immature qualities. Well, it happened. You are like, the two speaking are we're on the same age. I wouldn't call it immature. It was your own personal kindness. Weren't you also distressed when you found out the President has passed away? Yes, it's very unfortunate. How did he have to die? It seems he was crushed by a head of a monster called the Mighty Mozilla. Ah, excuse me. You see, Mozilla is that true? You mean the President died at a temporary Mozilla film lot? I didn't say it was on a movie slot. Yes, that's right. I'm surprised that you knew about Mozilla. Yes. Oh, right, duh. I heard about it from Sebastian. He told me that the movie was being filmed near the Grand Tower. He seems awfully shaken up about that. And I'm also curious about Sebastian, who went missing along with the evidence. She said that she wouldn't talk about the President. However, I might be able to get her to reveal her secrets through another line of questioning. She is also beyond normal. There must be some reason behind it. Francesca may have taken over the prosecution in Sebastian's place. However, as long as he still possesses some of the evidence in the trial cannot proceed. I intend to carry out a fair trial. If the prosecution is unable to present evidence, the defendant must be declared not guilty. I am a judge. I cannot allow my own personal feelings to get in the way. So you're saying that you're not the least bit worried about Sebastian's whereabouts? Of course, I am. I'm worried about Sebastian as well, but... You're worried about Sebastian as well. What does that mean? That there's someone else you're worried about. By any chance, would that person have something to do with your unnatural behavior? That's impossible. I am a follower of the law. I will not be swayed by personal feelings. It may be true that those who stand in court have the duty to follow the law. However, we're not superheroes. You and I are only human. It's impossible to completely ignore your own feelings and render impartial judgments. It is as you say. As I am now, I cannot hand down an impartial verdict. Judge Courtney, why didn't you tell me the truth? So what am I supposed to do? For Judge Courtney to become this distraught, Yeah, we've never seen that sprite of hers. I should find out exactly who she's searching for. Up until now, she's been wearing a mask of a judge. This time, I shall be able to draw out her true feelings. Let's start with Sebastian. Is the person you're searching for Sebastian by any chance? When Sebastian learned of his father's true colors, he went into hiding of his own free will. I am worried about him, but this may be a trial he needs to overcome on his own. Since he was went into hiding of his own accord, he could return whenever he wanted to. Could it be that the person you are searching for is unable to return here under their own power? In regards to that, my lips are sealed. I'm unable to talk about it right now. When I think about what happened to that child as I lost. That child. Could you tell me who you're referring to? It's nothing. Please pay no mind. Judge Courtney's expression has changed. It seems I managed to uncover a clue. Are you searching for the mighty Muzilla? I don't have the time to play along with your jokes right now. Not a joke, just a moment ago. You were surprised to learn that the peasant has been crushed by a Muzilla, correct? I simply was surprised by this peasant's because of that. To think that he passed away as a temporary film loss. Of all places. From the way you're talking, it seems like you have a problem with where he died. That's not true. It's just that the presidents have passed away from at a film loss. They were dreams were made. I just thought it would be better if the movie passed through. Being unaware of the truth. I'm very sorry to say this. However, the movie's cast and crew are already aware of President Seth. I encountered the female staff member and John Marshall trying to... No! How could it come to this? It seems to react strongly when it comes to the staff of the facility. This could be a useful clue. Of course, tell me who you're searching for. My lips are sealed. That is not something to talk about right now. Let me try using this clue. Could it be that you're searching for that child that has gone missing? Since you said it was a child, I presume that you is there of a young age, correct? I simply cannot answer any questions about it. That boy has nothing to do with you. It was the husband who asked me. Let me try using that clue. Earlier, when Mozilla was brought up, it seems to be a sensitive topic for you. Is that child you spoke of involved with the Mozilla movie? How did you know that? Please don't get mad. But we may have investigated. You're usually so calm, yet you're rather distraught right now. Please tell me, who is that child? I understand. If you come to know this much, I shall prepare myself for the worst. That child I'm searching for is a boy by the name of John Mark. John, why do you want to know where his whereabouts? Well, that much I simply cannot say. Of course. Didn't you say you were prepared for the worst? Even if you don't intend to talk, I am determined to expose the truth. That is my resolve. Why is she judging me wrong? I must get her to tell me the reason. Let's start with the Are You a Fan of it? Could it be that you're a fan of John Mark? Yes. That's right. I am a fan of John Mark, the famous child actor who's been called a prodigy. Oh, she's in judge mode. I knew it was being filmed in front of Grand Tower. So their temporary film lot has been on my mind. I see. I suppose a fan would be curious about that. Do you know that John was at the temporary film lot? Yes, of course I did. He said that he would be filming there all day today, and yes. It almost sounds as if John himself told you personally. Ah, I doubt that you would give a schedule to a mere fan. That's true, isn't it? Please don't pay any mind to that statement. You made another slip of tongue. You must be really worried about John. So she may have spoken with him. This could be a useful clue. Are you acquainted with John by any chance? He is a famous movie star. I doubt that there is anyone who doesn't know who he is. Well, I didn't until he fucking showed up. I actually hadn't heard of him until I met with him. I met him today. Cruz, you have much to learn. Allow me to give you a lesson. I know everything about him. Could it be? Could it be? No, the age difference. I was thinking that maybe like she's her. It's like he's like her son or something, but she's like 26, okay? There's no way in hell, unless she adopted, she would have a 13-year-old child. I mean, she could have adopted him.
So I guess her being his mother is not entirely off the question, because it could have been a certain defense attorney case where she adopted him.
Let's see if she's a judge mode. My apologies. I seem to have lost my composure. You tend to lose your calm whenever an accusation turns wrong, don't you? In any case, while I may know everything about Tom, it's a one-sided relationship. Let me try using that clue. I understand that you're worried about it, but aren't you a bit too flustered? You told me earlier that you spoke with him wrong. Doesn't that prove that you are indeed acquainted with him? Ha! How could I have committed such an indiscretion? It appears that John and Judge Courtney are acquaintances. Maybe more. This could be a vital clue. Actually, we are searching for John as well. Would you happen to have any idea where he might be? Why would you think that I know where he is? John and I, there's no connection between us. Let me try using that clue. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with John, but at the very least, the two of you must be acquaintances. Judge Courtney, why won't you allow us to help us? Why won't you allow us to help you in your search? Oh, so that won't be allowed. Who won't allow it? That so-called goddess of law? Who knows where that child is? I see. Finally, I have connected all the pieces of the puzzle. The reason why you cannot easily talk about John, it's because someone kidnapped him. Isn't that right? I like how I like how we took out her king was a pawn. Judge Courtney, I would like to hear the truth from your own lips. I understand. This time, I will truly prepare. I will truly be prepared for the worst. It's just as you deduced. Someone has kidnapped John. As I thought. Where there was a kidnapping. Still, how is John kidnapping related to you in any way? John and I are... I knew it! How did I piece that together?
Like I said, age-wise, she had to adopt him. unable to learn. I was unable to learn that much about the conversation she had with the president, but I have learned of John's kidnapping. It was an unexpected result, but with that, it's checkmate. What? John is Miss Courtney's son? No way. I mean, he's already so big for him to be your... Yes, John is indeed my son. Please, look at this. This is a clipping from a magazine. It's an article about John. You always carry this around with you? Yes, I always keep it close by. It's like a charm to me. The bond they share is a strong one. However, are you absolutely certain that he's been kidnapped? Yes, I received a call from the kidnapper just before the trial started. What were their demands? They had only one demand: a not guilty verdict for Patricia Rowland. I see. So that's what happened. This is really starting to feel like Farewell My Turnabout. Now, I know I said let's not connect this to real world events, but we can absolutely connect this to other Ace Attorney cases, okay? There's no evidence. It would be me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor? That is correct. The prosecution has not provided sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby defendant Patricia Rowland. So that's why you were ordered to give a not guilty verdict earlier. I am not qualified to be a judge. A judge must be able to remain impartial and composed above all else. And yet, despite this, in the trial just now, I was about to hand down a verdict that was led solely by my heart. Judge Courtney, the goddess of law must be furious with me. But I simply couldn't do it. I couldn't hand down a verdict if it meant I had to sacrifice my own son. Of course you can't. Hey, a real parent would never abandon their own child. Talking from two people whose dad's been murdered. That makes the goddess of law angry, and maybe the goddess is the one who's wrong. The goddess is guilty. Guilty! Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. The declare God is guilty. We're responsible for upholding the law, but at the same time, we're only human. Nobody would hand down a verdict with that would sacrifice their own child. Very much. Miss Faraday, possibly Edgeworth. However, I cannot simply run away from the courtroom. Judge Courtney, so this is where you've been. It appears that it's time. Miss Courtney! My father, he was a prosecutor. Your father? Yes, he stood in court just like you. And now, with all that has happened, it's got me thinking. What if my father had been in the same position as you are now? As a prosecutor, would be coerced into obtaining a guilty verdict. I know, but if my life were on the line, my father would definitely come steal me back. Steal you back? Miss Courtney, why don't you let us take care of it? What? I'm gonna steal John back for you. As the second Gaster, I, Kay Faraday, give you my word. Those are great to see if Gaster plans to steal the truth, huh? What do you say, Judge Courtney? Will you place your trust in our young great chief? Prosecutor Edgeworth. And if it's alright with you, I wish to help us. Thank you very much. I know that it's really not my place to ask this of you. Please, whatever you can, please save John.
may get a call from a kidnapper. You have my word. I'll ensure the safe return of your phone along with your phone. So, I'll do everything in my power to prolong the trial. But, even then, at most, the trial can only last for about 2 more hours. 2 hours, huh? Until 2 p.m. That's our time frame. I must return to the court. Miss Faraday, Prosecutor Edwards. I'll leave the rest to you. Hey, I thought you were taking a break from being a great thief. Oh, so right now, the great thief Gatsu is back in business. Alright, time to put on the gloves and hit the pavement. This is my first request, after all. You're the one who told her you do it. Oh, we don't even have her phone in my evidence. Shit. Oh, that's fun. Thought so. In that case, we better begin our investigation post-haste. We hope to track down John. Where did he run off to? He might have just gone back home. That's right. Doesn't it look like they are going to get any gummy time today? Oh, he may have run away. We should probably begin our investigation from the front of your tower. Hey! Hold it, Mr. Edgeworth! You're not the one in charge anymore. From here on out, this job is for great things. I'm the leader now. If that's the case, then what am I supposed to do? Mr. Edgeworth, you get to be the first ever great thief's assistant. So I'm a thief's assistant. Alright, let's get going. The Great Thief's Gatsu takes flight once again! April 6th, 12 to 10 p.m. Outside Grand Tower at Tower Plaza. Here we are, the scene of the crime. Let's get to work. Now stay with me, Mr. Edgeworth. Say what? Even in the depths of night. No. Oh, come on! Do the rest with me! And just why should I do that? Because the Great Thief Gatsu has arrived on the scene! Don't say the introduction. This doesn't feel right. I have no intention of becoming a thief. Ah, fine then. I'll do it by myself. Even in the depths of night, when no other bear dares to take flight, one alone sword shines the light of the righteousness on the world's light. On that one, where I am the Great Thief Gatsu. Yes, Kay, I know who you are. I, on the other hand, am starting the investigation. You're no fun. We don't have time for fun. We have 2 hours, Kay! There's no time for this! We only have until 2 o'clock. We need to begin making inquiries immediately. Good thing we have a photo, so we can go right ahead and start asking around. Hey buddy, what's wrong? Your face looks so serious. Have you picked up any passengers here today? Oh, sure I did, but it was only one group. What did they look like? It was a pair of men. They both were black. You happened to see a small boy with them. Here's the picture of him. Nope, it was just the 2 guys. I understand. Thank you for your cooperation. I was hoping you would have more information for us. I guess not. It was something. We got some logic. I'll talk to this guy. We'll get to you later, Powers. Thank you for your hard work, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Former prosecutor. I'm not a prosecutor at the moment, but I'll keep quiet about that. Thank you. What are you doing here? Sir, I'm on guard duty. Then, can you tell me about the cars that have been passed through here today? The only one that came here was a taxi and that blue truck. The different vehicles came to this place. That's valuable information. This trailer is used to show actors from even from the film. It shows actors? Does that mean Galactic trailers are ready to launch? 3, 2, 1, ignition!
ignition! Must stop at the speed of light! Shower thrusters are full, rocket bathrooms engaged. I would prefer calm and relaxing bath myself.
No, honestly, same.
One where I can have a bubble bath, and music, maybe read some manga. That sounds like a great bath. Actually, that sounds like me outside. When I go to grass. You know, besides the part where my dad locks me outside the goddamn house! I will never let him down on that.
Oh yeah, if you guys don't know chat, if you don't know about that,
a couple weeks ago, my dad, I was outside on our porch, just reading the manga. I was reading the Saber's Book Cafe Story in Another World, and I go back inside. It's like 8:30 at this point, and I'm like, I need to get to bed soon. I need to get ready for bed and everything. I tried opening the door, and it's locked. And I'm like, huh? Why is it locked? I don't lock it. It doesn't like do that normally. So I was like, okay, so someone must have locked. One of my parents must have locked it. So I was like, that's fine. I can just go open the garage door like a normal person. I didn't panic right away. But then I went over to the garage door. I don't know if I told the story on the stream, but I'm telling it again. It's funny, and I've never let my dad down on this. So I go to try to open the garage door, but apparently our pad is like dead, and some just like kind of like because I have my phone out with me, because I usually listen to while I'm reading manga, I usually tend to listen to the Ghost Trick soundtrack when I'm listening, because it's kind of like it is a little more peaceful than most things, but still. But anyways, so I go back and I ring the doorbell because I'm like, how else am I supposed to get inside? And my dad comes. And while about this, I do tweet out. I'm just like, is it so wrong to sit outside of your porch and read manga? And then I sent a message in Madcap's Discord server, being like, I guess my Kitu Wuti romancing. My Kitu Wuti romance isekai isn't up to my dad's standards. So yeah, that's the whole story. It was really fun. And I probably will make that a clip. It appears to be the map of the area around the Grand Tower. Let's take a look. Wait! The Sunshine Coliseum is near here? Whoa! Dude, that's awesome. We're gonna have to examine the Sunshine Coliseum. A murder's gonna take place there in 7 years. Well, I mean, 7 years in about like 3 months. This is the Grand Tower. It's where we are right now. It's a nice building, but I can't say I'm a fan. No, really, Kay, I wouldn't imagine. Can't blame her. It would be a strange if you never wanted to set foot in that tower again. Mr. Edgeworth, once we discovered the truth and completely solved this case, can we come here again? Just sightseeing. And we can bring Gummy along with us too! Never letting that the past hold you back. And always looking forward, just like you. Unfortunately, Kay, we aren't quite finished here yet. There's so much still left us to solve. Much too early to making plans for the future. I guess so. Well then, let's hurry up and solve it. Dust waste management. Did it help you with manage your wasteful spending? No, this is where the garbage trucks bring all the combustible waste they have collected. By the way, Kay, why are you so fidgety? It's nothing, and more importantly, there's another waste center on the top right corner too. Since they're separate facilities, they probably handle different kinds of waste. Although, it does seem to be a lot of waste management facilities around here. Oh, I think I know why. I bet they're always collecting garbage from dust spills on. Get out of here, Kay! Were you so fidgety before? Were you so fidgety before because you were waiting for a chance to say that? You know what this feels like? You know what that conversation just felt like? It felt like Random and I. This really felt like Random and I. I never really cared much about those things. I've heard that they also rise from the time can cause burn marks on your skin. Hey, what in the world are you talking about? Come on, I'm talking about the rays using some park, of course! It's like, I like to bask in wet sentiment while I watch the sunrise in the park. Alright, we have to. All the Apollo's Justice fans. Sunshine Coliseum. Place where all sorts of special events are held. Like concerts and a magic show? But that's all it's 70. Sorry, I just cannot help but bring up Apollo's Justice right now. Because I felt like I was referencing earlier about my eye, which the swelling seems to have gone down a bit. But still not like fully. Like when I like touch around my eyes, I can still feel like a bit of swellingness, but it is definitely going down slowly but surely. So yeah, in the great words of Apollo's Justice, I'm fine! I've always wanted to go to the World Sea Expo. Oh, can't this year. I heard that it's a huge event where all the greatest seas from around the world gather. Last year, everyone went got arrested. I thought it was just a trap set by the catch the seas. And even knowing that, you still want to go? It seems that the harbor and the waste center are quite close to each other. That sounds like a biohazard! Maybe that's where they dispose of all the garbage that comes from plunging in the ocean. Perhaps they do, but I'm sure they also deal with other types of waste as well. Other types of waste? Ah, you don't mean shells and fish bones, do you? You can't just throw away the fish and shells you catch from the beach like garbage. You gotta recycle them, make them into jewelry and stuff. Hey, let's talk about this matter some other time. It's the... Okay, we already looked at all this stuff. It might be worth something. Alright, nope. Alright, now let's talk willpower. Long time no see, Mr. Edward. You're... Oh my gosh, you must be all so flustered. Oh my gosh, I must be so flustered. It's the samurai willpowers. This is willpowers. He's an actor I met in a previous case. He's also plays the role of the Steel Samurai, warrior Neo Tokyo. It's been a long time. Pleased to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, the Great Thief. Some stuff has happened, so now Mr. Edwards is my assistant. Nice to meet you. But, the thief, Mr. Edwards, is your assistant? Please pay no heed. More importantly, I'd like to ask you some questions about the case. Okay. I don't know if I would be much help, though. He's an actor who's been working with Ron. Maybe it's sudden, but let's hear what you have to say. What what's that supposed to be. I might be able to help you. That's something to do with the acting or stunts, but I appreciate that. However, this has nothing to do with acting or stunts. That's too bad. He seems disappointed. Ah, that flyer. I thought about giving one to you, but it seems like you already have one. Yes, however, a ferocious monster battling against a fake Rudy is... How should I put it? It's a little far-fetched. Actually, I was thinking so too. But in the beginning, we were trying to find the real Rudy from Groot Lake. There were plans to use footage from the real monster in the film. Seems the problem with this movie stems before they even started filming. What can I say? It gives you a good sense of the film loss, doesn't it? The entire cast and crew are all pumped up with this work, even more than usual. Despite all the hardships, never were without smiles. It was really nice atmosphere. And now, this happened. Although there is nothing I could do about the interruption of the film. If I solve this case, we might be able to resume filming. In that case, there's only one thing for us to do. Ah, so Mozilla's head is broken, and giant footprints were left at the set. Actually, a lot of money was spent on the production costs. You could say that the fate of Global Studios rests entirely on the film's success. Oh boy! I'm sorry for talking about such things when someone has just died. No, there's no need to worry. It's just an undeniable fact that the film has already been severely damaged. Global Studios also makes the Steel Samurai, right? Mr. Edgeworth, this is bad! If we don't solve this quickly, the Steel Samurai may also be gone for good! Ugh! I never thought I'd be under so much pressure! What a nerd! What would Edgeworth do without the Steel Samurai? Oh no! That's the original Mozilla! It was pretty popular over a decade ago. This is the type that can record your voice, right? Yes, we were saved not too long ago thanks to this recording software. This doll only has one horn on it. What do you mean? There should be a total of 2 horns attached to one on each side, but it's from over 10 years ago. I guess it's not surprising that it's missing a horn. Is that so? I thought the doll had an nice design even with the missing horn. We are always so nitpicky when it comes to the Center of the Steel Samurai. He doesn't understand at all. That hero is special, and he's talking to him right now. I'm gonna be keeping cracking up these jokes because it's making fun of Edgeworth's love for the Steel Samurai is so great. It's like Milo for Zell Haytham. I wouldn't be surprised if Edgeworth had a steel. I wouldn't be surprised if Edgeworth had a Steel Samurai body pillow. No. I wouldn't be surprised if Edgeworth had a Steel Samurai body pillow. Honestly, it's Tony Twitter, you know what to do. If he gets to talk to his hero, I get to hold my hero. Also known as my main. Ah, so Mozilla's head is broken. Giant footprints were left at the set. Actually, quite a lot of money is spent on production. We already know this! Okay, that's all testimony we got. I heard that you were handling the investigation for this case, but well, I'm not the prosecutor in charge. But if you're the assistant, doesn't mean you're case in charge. No, this is just a simple miss. You got a good eye on you. You're completely right. You jumped at the chance. Since I'm in charge here, I'd like you to answer a few questions about the case, and just be frank. Did anything happen to catch your eye? There it goes. Didn't you notice anything? Who's just trying to imitate? Probably you, Edgeworth. Be frank. Well, I'm sorry for the victim, but I can't help but worry about what will happen with the filming room from now on. No, that's only natural. Still, I wouldn't think that filming would be difficult now. I knew it. This is bad. We can only use this location for a little while longer, too. Is the filming almost complete then? No, but construction will begin here soon, so we won't be able to film here anymore. We'll only use this vacant lot till under construction begins. So the rest of the movie will be filmed at Global Studios. Things aren't looking good. There's some people even spread rumors. Bad rumors. Lately, a journalist has been coming by repeatedly saying, "This film has a lot of time, a lot of real monster, I reckon. You know how you find it," stuff like that. A lot of, obviously. I have a feeling I know who you're talking about. Yes, it was that photographer from before. You're not actually hiding a real monster, are you? Of course not! If there was really one, I'd be out of a job. It seems like they're putting a lot of work into this movie. That's because this is our first attempt at making a sequel to an old classic. Global Studios is pouring their heart and soul into this one. I wish they put that much effort into making the newest Steel Samurai series. What a nerd! She says as she's holding a body pillow, one of her favorite redemption characters. What role are you playing this time, Mr. Powers? I'm playing the Mighty Mozilla. Wow! You're the main character? Well, much obliged. I'm wearing a full body costume again, so my face won't be seen this time either. I think it's better for children. That costume sure is cool though. I want to try wearing it too. I know. How about next time you let me get the costume? Use just the horn part. That's not really possible. You can't get inside the horn. Well, I guess that makes sense. I'm not a screen actor. I'm not a Screen Actors Guild after all. I don't think that was what you meant. I would like you to ask me some questions about John. About John? Ah, I heard about it from the girl on staff. How he suddenly vanished from right in front of you guys. That's just like him. Does he do that a lot? I'd say so. During filming breaks, even if you took your eyes off him for a moment, he'd be gone. Do you have any ideas as to where he may have gone? I don't know, but I ran into him as he was leaving the film lot. What? Really? Where did John go? I saw him get in the trailer, but when I was checking out the equipment, he was gone again. The trailer, huh? There might still be some traces of him left behind. Mr. Powers, could you show us the trailer? Sure thing. It's a bit messy right now, though. Let's take him up on his offer and examine the inside of the trailer. Are you filming today? No, we had to stop filming for today. Because the box has disappeared. A box? What is he talking about? Yeah, there was some equipment in that box. I take my eyes off of it for a few seconds and look what happens. So there's no thief among us? Exactly what was stolen? Nothing much, actually. Just the box is missing. Why would someone steal a box? Personally, I would have taken the stuff inside. They probably wanted the box more than what's ever inside it. Did they plan to put something inside the box? Okay. About John. Ah, it's over there where the backpack is still sitting. Where that backpack is sitting. Something is sticking out of the bed. This is a tape. Huh? It's a tape for filming. Why does John have one? Did he film something? This might be a clue. Is there any way to check its content? We have a monitor to look over footage that was filmed. We can use that. Now then, let us see what's on this tape. It looks like when John was practicing. John was practicing by himself. The monster suffering can be seen as well. This must have been recorded last night. He does that. When he's not happy with his performance, he'll sneak into the set and practice by himself. Wow, he really is hardworking. He sure is. Although if he's young, he's a real pro. He never rests until he's satisfied. Oh, it sounds like his mother! Well, his mother is more just tries to be impartial. And again, I can't say that I approve of him using that equipment without that. John is able to operate the equipment all by himself, more or less, if it's just basic filming. Huh? What's wrong? Why isn't John on the screen anymore? I think he ran off somewhere just a few seconds before this. Did he go somewhere while the camera was still recording? The tape ends here. It looks like this was all that was recorded. No one else was on camera except John. Well, we have more evidence to show. What can I say? It gives you a good sense of film loss, doesn't it? The entire cast and crew are pumped up for this work, more than usual. Despite all the hardships, we never were without a smile. Really nice atmosphere. And now, this happens. Oh, there is nothing I can do about the interruption of filming. If I solve this case, they might be able to resume filming. In that case, there's only one thing for us to do. Save the Steel Samurai! Sorry. I guess there's only one last thing to do. Logic. Nope. Maybe. Well. Nothing. No, I don't want to talk to Kay!
I am able to use my keyboard. Woohoo! Nope. Except for I still have to use the button. This trailer is featuring fellow actors too. Come on. There's fellow actors? Does that mean watch the trailer already? Gotta be some logic. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Fine, let's talk to Kay. See if we can find anything. Yeah, what's up? I think that Miss Courtney is actually a kind of doting mother to her son. I never would have guessed it how she normally acts. Indeed, in order to fulfill her role as a judge, she had to conceal her true feelings behind that facade. Although John is a bit of a brat, I can't bear to see Miss Courtney looking so sad. He definitely has to steal John back for Miss Courtney's sake. It seems that John has been kidnapped and was being held hostage all this time. That explains why we don't even find him anymore. The last time we saw him was at the film set. We should start by gathering information over there. The kidnapper may have been schools behind him. Same and everything, even if it seems totally unrelated. I can't do it. There must be some logic we can use together. Maybe. Nope. Then I must be missing some investigation thing.
Hey, John! Guess he's not here. This basket looks pretty suspicious. It certainly does. Huh? What's wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck? The truck's body is cold from the sun. This has been parked here for some time. You figure out that just by touching it? Considering the length of time it's taken here, the driver must not have been back. I suppose we won't be able to ask them any questions until they return. It's already 12:30. I wonder how Miss Courtney is and the others are holding up. How long will they be able to prolong the trial? We gotta hurry and find John. Indeed. Aw, heck no! That ain't how it's done. You ain't gonna catch a scoop like that. Sorry, Chief. What am I always telling you? We're beasts. Scoop-eating animals. It's scoop of saw, no storing of Florida. So y'all gotta get fired up. Yes, sir. Expect it as my mentor. There. Hey, they came here too. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's go talk to them. Hey, Gloria. I feel like that's really all we can do now. You annoy me more, so... Yo, what do you want? Are y'all snooping around again? We're taking a bigger question here. That's my line! Did this just call you to your permit purchase? He sure did! Cool as my number one football. He said she fell in love with the photos from us. Even if our jobs are different, my passion for food is the same, let me tell you. Ever since then, she became my old teacher like phone stuff like master, right? So she fell in love with Miss Hart's photos. I guess you could say it like teacher like you. She still gets long ways gathering information, but her passion is a match for mine. It's like she's trying to catch a scoop about Brazil's spirit. She's been circling around these spots all day long. Circling around this area. Maybe she witnessed the kidnapping. Mr. Edgeworth, looks like you need to hear what you have to say. Please, we need more information about John. Let's try Miss Beth that she's about it and ask her about it. Now that the black market actions are over, what are you aiming for next? In and obvious? My name is Zilla. But not Zilla. But something that while I was then thinking of black market action at the Grand Tower. My name is Zilla. What friends would show us right after the next tower. It's really a place that we can tell a story like that. Don't scream like a fool. I got one or two valuable clients lined up. Actually, there's a newspaper company at the Grand Tower. And the cool got to go down to that. Well, we always get turned away at the door, but still. You got to call that value down on it. Alright. What up, Nicole? Long time no see you. We haven't seen you since the assassination event. So if it is Mr. Edgeworth, we'll meet again. Miss Swift, why are you... You're set up as a suspect for the murder. Still, your involvement with the fake assassination plan remains a fact. You will have to submit this blue question later. You should know that there are still a probability you may be charged with some crime. For some reason, my question was stopped all of a sudden. After a while, they just let me out and told me I could go home and scot free. It must be some kind of message saying I need to keep doing my best out there, I reckon. Well, they did give me a pretty stern warning not to reveal anything about the case. An official statement released to the public about the assassination attempt. Miss Swift was not involved. That's the reason why they let her go. So Mr. Edgeworth, attempting to silence Nicole is like this. It's like trying to plug a leaky dam with your bare hands. You was quick to say something so harsh. I quickly put together a full detail of everything I knew about the case. I told this in my own determination and brought to the article to the publisher. But Both are probable, so I'm not sure which is true. Infiltrating the Den of Devils is stupid to face it. Disregard our own life. Memento is really the greatest. Don't you agree, Miss Edgeworth? Must be thinking about Miss Hart. Although I don't know. Personally, I prefer if she didn't make so many harsh decisions. Rash decisions. So in other words, she can't make snap decisions. Is there anything else? I'd also prefer if she gathered information properly instead of flattering the people of status. So in other words, she's able to get lots of info from people. That's just what would be expected from my mentor. I also prefer if she didn't talk everything she says when I'm around. Miss Swift, I'm sorry, but what's the photo? Yeah, in God's sake. I know exactly what's going on. What do you mean? You're searching for him, ain't ya? That boy. How'd you know? What? Things are still pretty tough for you, I see. Miles Edgeworth, the man of crime, wherever he goes, dead bodies are sure to follow. Or something like that. That's a terrible reputation to have. Who would have thought? This time there would be a kidnapping incident. What? How do you know that? Maybe I'll keep it down a little. This material's top secret. I ain't even told my mentor about it yet. All you gotta do is keep it secret from me. If she finds out, I'll be gone. Why do you know? The court should have only told us. I ain't telling that to anyone. Not even you, Miss Prosecutor. This reporter still has Now here, you can just think all you want. I ain't telling. You need me to logic chest your ass again? Oh fuck, I didn't mean to talk to Hank. Let's see if Flowers has anything new to say. Nope. Fine, we'll talk to Nicole now. What information were you trying to get collect at the Grand Tower? Miss Ed. Yeah, so, yes, if you want to ask a reporter a question, you gotta give her something first. You need information that can be used in an article. Bingo! Give me some info to make for a good article. Nope. I'm born secrecy. If you can't something like that, I guess we won't be talking. Let's turn this up into that by asking about him. Do you know something about it? Truth is, I done saw it myself. A boy he's taken away called Men in Black. What? Where did they go? That I don't know. They were too far away, so I lost sight of them. Darn it. But at least we know that they were criminals look like. Yeah, a pair of Men in Black. Well, we have some logic to connect now. There's a contradiction between these two. We now have collected some testimony regarding to the culprits. Miss Swift said she saw two men slip away with drugs. Furthermore, that the taxi driver said he picked up two men in his taxi. They must be in the same guise. It seems likely. However, there is still a problem. According to the taxi driver, the two men were alone. John wasn't with them. Yeah, you're right. That's the problem. Perhaps, if you're right, what if the kidnapper stole the box? Ah, you mean they... Exactly. They took it in order to carry John inside it. John's a tiny kid after all. Then, the reason the taxi driver didn't see John was because it was likely he was put in the trunk as the kidnapper's luggage.
But why did they need to go through all the trouble of hiding him? At first, the kidnappers must have intended to abduct him without being seen. However, they didn't anticipate all the policemen in Palazzo. Ah, I see. If they tried to just walk out with him, they would have been spotted. Just the mere presence of the policemen would be able to be a sizable threat. I get it. In that case, we gotta ask the taxi driver. Did the two men that you told us about earlier have any luggage? Yeah, they stuffed a huge box in the trunk. Then that's it! Those guys must be the kidnappers. You remember where you took those men? Sounds to me like something serious has gone down here. If you'd like, I can take you to the same place I took them. Let's do it, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, thank you for your help. No problemo, just leave it to me. April 6th, 12:57. Where? That taxi drove way too fast. I don't feel too good. Mr. Edgeworth, are you alright? Your face is really pale. I'm fine, in the great words of Apollo's justice, despite the fact that Apollo's like 15 at this time. The driver said that he came to this house's garage. This must be where those two men brought the box. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, look at the nameplate on the door. Nameplate. What? Valis the Best? So this is the chairman's house? Does that mean the one who kidnapped John was the Valis the Best? Valis should have already been arrested, though. Ah, the garage door is unlocked. You really do have a good eye for this sort of thing, Smells like motor oil. Maintaining that motorcycle must be Valis' hobby. Excuse me. We're coming in. Anybody home? Doing something like this is for a couple of petty cess. Shh! Be quiet! Right now, we're great thieves. Have some self-awareness. She scolded me. Nobody's here. For now, it looks like we can get through without being arrested. This isn't the time to be relieved. Now the real deal begins. Let's go for the treasure. Are we looking for John? We're looking for John, not treasure. Mr. Edger, there are huge bags of flour here. If I had some water in the I could make noodles tampons. I'll slightly undercook them so they have a nice, firm, al dente texture. Honestly, making homemade noodles sounds great. Hey, those are bags of cement mix, not flour. When I mix with water, it will harden. It's not something you want to think you can. Well, I guess cement noodles shouldn't be cooked al dente. No, they shouldn't even be cooked in the first place. There's a large tool hanging on the wall, such as a sledgehammer and a shovel. Actually, Edward? Actually, no, he's right. That is a shovel. I would like to remind everyone, actually, that the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles came out after this. It's a lot bigger than the gravel Miss Barney carries around. If I ever become a judge, I want my gavel to be this big. Now, I think Cornelius' gavel is like the coolest shit ever. Thinking such a deep gavel in court would be intolerable. Please don't. Aww. No, just think the shovel doesn't use it instead. That's no business being swung in court or elsewhere. Please don't. I found something good. These are mechanics gloves. You wear them during vehicle maintenance or when you working on machinery. They look really stained with motor oil. However, they are also horribly stained with dirt. Could these gloves have gotten dirty just from this maintaining the life? I don't really like Valis. These
gloves are pretty cool. And she steals the gloves. Do you think we could have come up with a reason to take these with us? You say it like that, it makes it hard for me to take them as evidence. And I take them as evidence! Alright, let's examine the bike. Wow, this bike is so cool! But yeah, the guy who owns it is purple. Look at that. It's a skull for a headlight. It seems the eyes light up when you turn on the headlights. Ooh. Well, I'm sure its eyes don't glare as well as yours, Mr. Edwards. My eyes don't actually emit light when I glare, though. This large box. This must be it. This is probably the box that Miss Power says that has been stolen. So John was stashed in this box and then transferred all the way here? Please don't talk about people as if they are objects. However, that is the case. There's also a possibility that John is still somewhere abroad. Okay, let's go look for him. Our honor has a great team and her assistance depends on it. Thump thump. Huh? There's someone inside! Thump thump thump! Crack! Is it John? John! We come to save you! Eh? This is... What? You're... Sebastian? What? Why? That was his house, right? That would mean... Yes, it also means Sebastian. So then, why is he... Hey, go help him out. If it has to do with ropes, just leave it to me. Here I go. Level here, level here. Are you alright, Sebastian? He's like... He looks a little worse for wear. Why were you tied up in a place like this? At your own goddamn house! I know! You guys know anything about me! It's because we don't know. That's why we're asking you. It's completely shut off his heart. Indeed. If it comes to this, I suppose I have no choice but to use that. Yes! Logic chest! I love logic chest. I am so upset it's only in this game now. But you know, I have a reason to do it again once I play Ace Attorney. Once the Ace Attorney Investigation Collection comes out on September 6th, also known as my birthday. I will be replaying it, so that way more Turnabout replays. Also, hint, chat for when next year when we get Turnabout replay. I want an investigation 2 episodes of one of them. You mean I hate to do this when he's in such a fragile state. It's like taking a man who's down. Well, will it be alright? His mind may break if you corner him too much, you know? Yes, I'm aware of that. I will try to be careful. I wonder how this will turn out. And Eleanor fell back to work against anyone before. After running out of the meeting room, why would you be here of all places? You guys, you don't know how I feel! Gone through a lot of stuff. You must be on the verge of an emotional meltdown. It can't be helped. At times like this, I must quietly listen to what he has to say. Do I still see anything? I'm looking so much, I can't feel like an idiot! Good news, guys. My whiny bitch is still in perfect condition. I should try to answer his questions as best I can. Considering how fragile he is, I won't have much time to spare. I'll need to ask about his true feelings and try to calm him down pace. Could you please tell me what's on your mind? I don't wanna! It's not like you'd listen to me anyways! father. It wasn't his fault! This morning, I spilled everything! Oh, you... Everything I have is given to me by Bob! Tell me he's the best friend! What am I supposed to believe in? Yourself. If you can't believe in others, then at least believe in yourself. You'll need to gain experience on your own. But if you require wisdom, I can lend a hand. Ever since I got locked up, I've been thinking, am I too incapable to be a prosecutor? Huh? Incapable? I mean, which one is it? I believe incapable is the word you are looking for. Judging by your own abilities, it's not an easy task. Sebastian, little by little, you're growing. Sebastian, would you tell me your side of the story? I understand. What should I talk about? You seem to have calmed down slightly. I'd like you to tell me everything you know about the kidnappers. Now then, tell me what you heard and saw. Do you know what the kidnappers' objective was? Why are you saying? What else? Why would a kidnapper want besides a ransom? I have enough clues to use this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Obviously. Why were you tied up in your own home of all places? That's what I want to know! I'm the victim here! How will I know? Everything escaped you like the below, you know? Your objectives haven't done anything to you. I'm really good. What is this? Don't leave us! Let the others in the house! It's the owner of this house. Wouldn't that be Valis the best? Huh? Pops! I get it! Somebody who hates Pops must have taken me hostage! No, considering the situation, it's unlikely. The connection between Valis and the kidnapper. This would be a useful clue. Do you have any idea who the kidnappers could be? Of course I do! If I did, I would have told you already! Let me try using that clue. A kidnapper can easily use his own home to hold something captive. Sebastian, you were kidnapped by your own father. It can't be! Was he gonna kill me because I was innocent? Of course not. Would there be any reason for him to take your life? If his son was found dead because his son was fraud, Vilas would be suspected of keeping you. I see. Then why was I kidnapped? Kidnapping his own son. Pretty sure he couldn't be after any reason. There must be some other reason why Vilas ordered the kidnapping. This could be a useful clue. Did you know what the kidnapper's objective was? I see! What else would a kidnapper want besides ransom? Let me try using that clue. Kidnapping his own son in order to demand a ransom wouldn't make much sense. Yeah, you're right! Did you notice anything strange when you got kidnapped? As soon as I answered their question, they just took me away! They asked you a question. Tell me what they asked you. What? Like that! I think they asked me, do you know McCarthy? I see. The pieces of the puzzle are starting to fall into place. Valis and the kidnappers did not intend to kidnap you. They accidentally kidnapped the wrong person. They kidnapped the wrong person! They were planning to kidnap Judge Barton's son in order to have Patricia Rowland declared not guilty. The Dean had a son, and Warren gets declared not guilty? I suspect the kidnappers mistook you for John March. All of this was a mistake? Wait, maybe that's what back then. Did you just remember something? No, it's nothing. I think he's with anyways. Leave me alone already. I mean, your name is a Eustace. I'm sorry. He's a precious boy. He needs to be protected. Okay. This is bad. He might be on an emotional limit. I must get him to tell me what he remembered and try to calm him down as well. This is going to be not easy. Based on those distress, Sebastian looks right. It must have been quite a traumatic. I need to help him get back on his feet. What do you remember just now? I never remember anything. I'm a guy. But that guy happened to be Valis? Not it! Oh, this is the difference between somebody who earned his prosecutor title. I've been wanting to ask you, why did you become a prosecutor? What does that matter? It's not meant to be a prosecutor anyways. Wait. There's something! You must have some reason for achieving this task, right? No, it's not like that. It wasn't anything special. I became a prosecutor for a really insignificant reason. It was just a personal reason. Just like you, I too became a prosecutor for a personal reason. Oh, is that true? But you're really a successful prosecutor. If you're that boss, the music chairman has been more proud of you than me. I see. So you wanted your father's approval. Oh, I thought that if I became the best prosecutor, you'd be proud of me. That's why I just wanted to help out Pop as much as I could. What do you happen to me? What do you happen to me protecting your father? I don't have any reason to protect somebody like him. Didn't you want to help your father as much as you could? That's why I can help him regain his reputation. I think you seem to be mixing up your words again. The word you're looking for is reputation. Huh? No one's ever told me that before. Your father, who may stray from his past, continued to add to his crime. Even knowing that, do you truly want things to stay the way they were? But in that case, what am I supposed to do? You should triumph over your father, who has treated you like a fool. You must stop Alice before he commits another crime. I never thought of it that way. I want to triumph for Pop. Somehow, it seems to use calm down. Now it's my chance to ask him about Alice's secrets. I'll give Sebastian the courage to stand up. To his own father. It seems that the evidence regarding Patricia Rowland never made it to trial. It's the duty of a prosecutor to watch over the evidence. And did you take care of it properly? That's not it! Listen to what I have to say! Okay, so when he wants us... Okay, so... Sebastian's this logic test is definitely a little different. Waiting and seeing is not like just being like, let's have them calm down and spill their secrets. Waiting and seeing is just being like, I hear you, Sebastian. Please continue with your train of thought. Like, he is a child. Like, he's a precious boy. He's in the safest place I knew. What have I done? I don't have enough food to use this much question. Maybe I should try another line of path. Okay. Where is there some connection between your father and Patricia Whirlwind? I'm sorry, I don't really know. Every tiny bit helps. I can't remember anything at all. Well, and sometimes they would interact with each other during work, but... Oh, and now you're ignoring me. I can't believe anything. Calm down! It seems I waited a little too long. Okay, so I should have said something about it. Someone surprised easily. That is why I have perfected the whiny bitch Edgeworth. I should start reading the emotions. But, is there something else on your mind? Apparently, Pops is the one who recommended Roland to be the warden. Oh, was there a reason for Alice to recommend her? Probably because, like me, Pops actually cares about her. Pops has known her since he first became chief prosecutor. After all, what was he like when he was chief prosecutor? Oh, Pops was amazing. Looked over every single piece of evidence that went to the prosecutor's office. Looked over every single piece of evidence. Then, to the information. Now, why don't you tell me about Valen's secret? If you continue to protect your father like this, you'll be charged as an accomplice now. Don't be so mean, Mr. Edgeworth! I already said I'll tell you! There's no reason to threaten me! Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I hate you! Ugh. Yeah, I knew I was wanting to do her like Roulette. He said heavily traumatized. I think I should refrain from making pointless remarks. I think that's the evidence regarding. The place we saw would be safest, but that happened to be about the best. About the best man. Please tell me that everything for me took care of the evidence. Sorry, but he has betrayed your trust in the way of the worst way possible. Pop, let me want evidence. Val's objective was to have Warden Rolando found not guilty by obscuring the truth. Sebastian, you were used by your father. It's possible that Val is the best and the evidence has the evidence with him. Furthermore, we still have no idea where John is. I must return to my investigation post-haste. However, this is all my fault. What am I gonna do now? Being like him like this, I can't just leave him be. He's still suffering from the gaps between his ideal and reality. He'll never move on until he figures out how to live his own life. Sebastian is about to face his greatest struggle. Perhaps this is fate. I shall give him a push forward to that union. What are you going to plan to do from here on out? First, I'm returning to this red jacket. I'm not fit to wear it. Clothes are fake to the man, and I think that's what Pops used to say. He knew all along I was a fake. Oh, and then you're annoying. It's hard to tell when because he has 2 crying animations. It's not fake. The thing is supposed to make them. You are what you wear. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. I have learned something new yet again. Yes, all you have to do now is become a prosecutor who is fit to wear that jacket. Yeah, I'll do my best. That way no one ever makes fun of me again. But how can I get people to accept me? What do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't have enough of this long question. Maybe I should try another one instead. Will you continue to ignore the truth, just like your father? Please, stop it already! I don't want to hurt your buddy! Just leave me alone! I believe you mean pity. I believe pity is the word you are looking for. Oh, really? I also have my own reason for wanting to speak with you. There was a time I too did not see the truth and continued to run away from it. However, thanks to a certain friend, I was able to realize my mistake. That's nice. You're lucky, Mr. Edwards. I don't have anyone like that. Don't you understand? You have been. Oh no. Okay, so I should wait to be there. Cause that one. Oh, so okay. If you have the courage to stand up, I will show you the way. What? Only if you have the will for it, though. I don't want to be like Bob! So, he wants to surpass his own father. I understand the feeling clearly now. Do you still intend to continue as a prosecutor? I don't really know. It's not like I became a prosecutor on my own. Because of that, do I even have the right to continue being a prosecutor? Whether or not you continue as a prosecutor is something you must decide for yourself. Only you can determine your past life. I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. Because if I give up now, I know I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. So he wants to continue to live as a prosecutor. That's because his will and mine. Sebastian says that he wants to surpass his father and continue to be a prosecutor. In other words, he wants to be a different prosecutor from his father. That's the first answer. That's the first answer he arrived at his own. I'm sure if he has the will, he'll find his way. What do you plan to do from here on out? First, I'm returning this red jacket. I'm not fit to wear it. Let's fake the man. I think that's what Pops used to say. He knew how long I was fake. It's not fake. The thing is close fake the man. You are what you wear. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. I have learned something new yet again. Yes, all you have to do now is become a prosecutor who is fit to wear that jacket. Yeah, I'll do my best. That way no one will make fun of me ever again. But how can I get people to accept me? What do I do? I don't know what to do. For goodness sake, don't you remember your own words? Perhaps his own will can show him his way. As the prosecutor, didn't you want to walk a different path from your father? Certainly, the path you have chosen is not an easy one. Nevertheless, you still chose to live as a prosecutor. In that case, it should be clear that what you need to do. Help me. I still question how I live my life to this day. But you, Sebastian, have found your own answer. So believe in yourself, Prosecutor DeBeth. He was mistaken for John and kidnapped by Ballas's underlings. After his father stole evidence, he lost his confidence as a prosecutor. The emotion he's going through must be more painful than anything I could imagine. It's taken longer than I thought, but with that, it's checkmate. Complete! That was the most emotional logic test. Done it! He dashed out of here at full speed. Seems as there's one thing he's the best at, it's running away. April 6th, 1:15 p.m. Outside Grand Tower. Tower Pat Alva. Curses! We are running out of time. We should check in with Mr. Shields. I also like to know what the situation is like on their end. Mr. Bass ran off again. We'll just give them the new information we discovered. Francesca will take his place. I wonder if that's going to be enough. It can't be helped. But he ran away. There's nothing more we can do. I guess I'll just say it again. If there's no murder weapon, you can't prove the defendant's guilty. Objection! Just because we don't have the murder weapon doesn't mean the defendant is innocent. It seems you wish to taste the sting of my whip. Yeah! Mr. Attorney, this trial, how much longer will it take? Because it feels like it hasn't gone anywhere for a good while now. Well, sorry, but that stubborn prosecutor over there just doesn't seem to understand. Until I am satisfied. This whip will lash out at you as many times as I see fit. By now, she's probably whipped me a bit. Maybe once every year I've been alive. Oh god, how long has that been? Oh god, how many whips has that been? It's gotta be like 30. Jesus Christ, that's a lot! Taking me so long. No, you're just stalling for time. The rate can't keep up with you longer. Wait, who's getting phone call? Whoops! Excuse me, phone call. Mind if I take this? I will allow it. Yeah, Uncle, right here. Mr. Shields. Oh, Miles, it's you. How's it going over there? We found Sebastian. Oh, and the knife and the chisel? It seems he handed the evidence over to Ballas It's very likely that Ballas knows the whereabouts of the murder weapon. Extermined the best? But what with Ballas? That I don't know yet. However, there may be some hidden connection between Patricia and Ballas. Gotcha. In that case, I'll issue a subpoena for Ballas right away. I'll grill him personally. I will continue to search for the missing evidence. And for John as well. Gotta hurry it up, but yes. We're at our wits' ends here over here. It feels like the verdict could be handed down in a minute. Understood. How much longer can Judge Courtney Hart hold out? I know she's in a lot of pain. I gotta hurry. Everybody's in a lot of pain. So, how's the trial going? Ballas will be taken to the stand. I don't know how things will turn out, though. He'll do anything from hiding evidence to kidnapping. He really is nothing but trouble. I agree. We should probably take another look at the evidence. Okay, leave it to me. First, here's the latest evidence, fresh from the scene. Here, the gloves from earlier. Although I'm certainly curious about that. Anything else? Case files from the IS evidence. If I recall, Ballas was involved in this, right? He was involved for destroying the evidence. For now, let's just keep this on hand. Now then, is there anything else? Of course! Last but not least, we got this! We got the doctor. Okay, bad, okay? I'm talking about those things related to balance. Please be serious. But aren't you always going to be presenting around random evidence to Mr. Idris? Yeah! No, well, that's just stealing that from a certain defense attorney.
We can still make that joke because he hasn't lost his badge yet. He loses his badge in about a week.
Isn't that Sebastian? Ah! What are you doing here? Ah! He ignored us. He came out of the Grand Tower. What was he doing there? Let's go investigate what Mr. Bass is up to. Yes, let us go. The hatch is open. It might be Mr. Bass who opened it. Did Sebastian come in here? Mr. Edwards, over there! The safe is open. Did he come here to open that? Let's examine it thoroughly. I'm not in the mood to, honestly. There's something inside that safe. Let's go ahead and have a look. There's some documents in here. It's just a bunch of papers and... Huh? There's a photo in here, too. This is a picture of... Huh? That's Mr. Knightley! Lawrence Knightley, the president's bodyguard. Why is this picture here? What are all these papers for? I don't know. You have to read the documents to find out. I'm all but certain there is a connection between Knightley and Dojin's chest partner. His identity remains unknown until now. It was actually Knightley all along. That's proof enough. Tomorrow, I shall interrogate him in the warden's office. I'll get him to confess that he's one of those that thing he laid to rest here. That thing he laid to rest here is flower bed 12 years ago. You simply must retrieve it. This. Be a report about Knightley. Not mentioned it was apparently right before Knightley was killed. Lawrence Knightley was murdered while he was being interrogated in the warden's office. Judging from the context, this document was probably written by Patricia World. I knew it! The question, however, is who this report was addressed to. Ah! The owner of the safe is... The conductor, Ballas the Bat. This is proof that Mr. Rolander was Ballas are connected. However, it's not just the two of them. Huh? Ballas the Bat and Patricia were searching for Dojin. Sharon and Dojin, that dog-loving assassin? That there's a hidden connection between the three of them. I wonder what that could be. I don't know, but it must be related to this case. Ah! There's some other stuff in here that I remember seeing. There's something on his finger. Let's have a closer look. Oh, it looks like an expensive ring. Don't steal it. What? I didn't do anything yet. Pardon Knightley's passport in the ring. All of his possessions are inside the safe. So basically, all of the stuff was evidence in the prison case. Correct. Then, the knife and chisel that vanished might be here in here too. Let's see. Knife, Mr. Chisel. They're not there. I guess this is all just Mr. Knightley's stuff. I see. That's too bad. Lawrence Knightley. Then. It's worse. Game isn't over yet. You hear me? However, the game is not over yet. Unless I can see it through to its end. Oh, I can still examine everything. I'm not used to that. Young lady, good sir, might I interest you in some that's what you prefer. You! Shelly the killer! It's good to see you are as well, Mr. Edwards. What are you doing in a place like this? As you can see, I am selling cotton candy. Would you care for some heavenly cotton candy? No! Don't take up the offer. It's like half the cotton. If I remember correctly, it was like half the cotton candy for double the price. It was some bullshit deal. Don't take it, Kay. Even sweeter than death. One bite sends you straight to heaven. That's definitely not something I want to buy from the killer. The meaning of my message. You understood it. I congratulate you on resolving the case. However, can you surely say in good conscience that it's been solved? Have you been spying on us this whole time? Spying? Heavens, I was simply watching. Well, this guy is a cotton candy salesman. Isn't that the exact same? What's this man's objective? He's working for the best, isn't he? Were you the one who murdered the president? No. The contract of my client has already expired. President Moing is a bit of a celebrity in the world of assassins. Over the years, many attempts on his life were made, yet he stubbornly lived on. He's a robust man, surrounded by flawless security. Even the employees body double. But that president would seem more apt. However, this time the president's security wasn't exactly flawless. Mr. Brooks has only just prevented your previous assassination, but this time, I did not kill him. It is not my principle to kill needlessly. I am also grateful for a worthy advisor who was connected to me by faith. Thanks to that man, I did not kill a target who had no ability to be targeted and killed. Thanks to Brooks preventing that assassination. My client deliberately gave me a false target. That was the betrayal most valuable. Right, because that's one thing, that is definitely one thing the killer hates more than anything, is being betrayed by his clients. I remember that from Farewell My Turnabout. Now I'm searching for my clients. In all likelihood, it's the same person you're looking for. Saying that his client murdered the president? Just who is this person you're referring to? I myself am not allowed to say. It'd be a violation of the rules. But he's not your client anymore, so can't you tell me? I cannot disclose the identity of my clients. You did so before. To do so would create a problem of trust with my other clients. This is precisely why I am personally searching for them myself. What are you going to do when you find your clients? Of course, they shall be rewarded with the punishment most befitting of a traitor. What? That person! What will happen to them? I will leave that up to your imagination. He's gonna kill them. Hey, he's gonna kill them. He's gonna kill them. Okay? I've been through all of this before myself. It certainly won't be anything pleasant. Edwards, you know exactly what you would do. You were there for a turnabout. Farewell, my turnabout. Oh yes, I will tell you just one more thing. 3 days ago, Mr. Dogan escaped from... What? What? 3 nights passed, Dojan's solitary cell was found vacant. It's almost as if he knew I'd come to pay him a visit. He visited Dojan's cell. Could it be that the person the killer is searching for is... Well then, if you excuse me, I must get going.
suppose do our best to track down that person. So the killer and Doja, those two assassins. This found it. Mr. Edgeworth, it's just Courtney's cell phone's ringing. Could it be John? Mr. Edgeworth, how are you doing? It sounds like they're using a voice changer. Who is this? Someone you've been searching for. They're on the one in the red hood. The red hood. Are you the person who ambushed Kay? Only introduction. I expected nothing less from a prodigy such as prosecutor such as yourself. Mr. Edgeworth, I want to listen into this too. Very well. I'll put it on. Well, I must say that I didn't expect the girl to get amnesia. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? But that's not all, you see. Perhaps I should let you on this, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I was the one who ordered Alice to death to kill Jane Hill. What? This must be a person the killer spoke of. I really should thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You have no reason to thank me. Oh, you haven't noticed? My, that's troublesome, you know. I wanted you to catch Alice for me. So I took your little Kay. What? If Kay was suspected, I knew you'd investigate the case. I was sure if the great Miles Edgeworth would be able to catch Alice, it would all according to my plan. And you know, I get the feeling that you have the wrong idea. Let me clear something up. Alice the Bat wasn't the one who kidnapped Miss Courtney's son. Why would you know about the kidnapping? You and Miss Courtney are really quite alike now. He even came to visit you in the detention center. He got all friendly with you. I just didn't know something like that. Miss Courtney was supposed to have a visit me using the detective's name. I bet you're wondering how I knew about the kidnapping, right? It's quite simple, really. It's because darling little John is in my care right now. What? Huh? You seem surprised. If only I could see that look on your faces. Quickly, little Kay, you've come to hurry and steal him back. Wouldn't you want to turn you wouldn't want to charge me until you got your name on your first job, would you? Even though it's my first job? You know, everything is so detailed. Well, I suppose I can't blame you for your mistake. King Phallus is after John as well, you see. There's two kidnapping. He is such a fool, you know. Kidnapping his own son instead. So is John there with you now? If he is, I would like to hear his voice. Here. I'm afraid I can't do that. You see, secret. In that case, there's no way for us to know if you really kidnapped John or not. I suppose you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. What is your objective? Is it to get Patricia Glorlin declared not guilty? Not guilty verdict, eh? I couldn't care less about that. Those objectives are different about it. I think I'll keep my objective a secret for now. Well then, I must be going. I hope you enjoy yourself. Don't think you can get away with that. Come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me justice. If you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that. Boo. What in the world was that? I don't know. We don't have enough information. Darn it, we are totally clueless. Meanwhile, they seem to know everything about us. Know everything about us. Hey, you're right. Thinking about it, it's strange. How does the culprit know so much about it? So weird. I mean, they even know about the kidnapping. We must figure out how the culprit was able to obtain that information. I must recall. What exactly did that person know? You and Miss Courtney are really quite alike, you know. He even came to visit you in the detention center. Almost got friendly with you.
You wouldn't want to tarnish the Asagathri's name on your first job, would you? Even though it's my first job? You see, I'm surprised. If only I could see the looks on your faces. That's it. By analyzing our conversation with the culprit, I figured it out, Kay. I know the source of this person's information. What, really? In all likelihood, the person's probably... Perhaps they have been tailing us. What? So that we've been followed? Shadowing a great deep of myself can't go unpunished. But isn't it a bit weird? Why do you say that? Well, didn't the person say they couldn't see the looks on our faces? That was following us. Oh, right. They planted a bug on us. I believe it's highly likely that we have been plugged. Bugged? If you recall what the person said, you seem surprised. If only I could see the looks on your faces. They couldn't see our faces. That means they weren't taking pictures or following. Then they must have planted a bug somewhere. Could it be in my stuff? Was there anything they could have had chance to look? There must be a hint somewhere in our conversation. Right. That person knew something they shouldn't have. The conversation between Judge Courtney and myself. Judge Courtney. Hush. Please, have a seat. The only evidence I had with me at the time was... Where was that bug planted?
Take that!
Hey, may I see your badge? My Asagathri badge? No way! Why not? Mr. Edgeworth, it's just because you became a great chief's assistant. Doesn't mean you're ready to wear this badge yet. That's not it. It's very likely that the bug was planted in it. What? In my badge? Let's take a closer look. I've been wondering about this for some time. You inherited that badge from your predecessor, too. Nope, there wasn't one, so I made my own. I thought so. It's rather conspicuous. I think you're just about the only thief who'd ever want to wear something like that. Hey, stop making fun of me! It seems I was right. Got your badge. How did you know? The person has been in contact with you. You mean when I was knocked unconscious? Yes, that's why I thought one of your possessions might have been bugged. However, that person also overheard my conversation with the court. Even though that conversation took place in the visitor room, with just the two of us. So you're holding on to that at that time. Exactly. All the other evidence has been taken away from me. Only the Asagathri's badge remained with me. This creep has been listening into us the whole time? Indeed. That must have been how they knew about all the information we have collected. Does that mean they're also listening on to this conversation? Most likely. Hey, Buster! Hey, Kay! Eavesdropping cowards! Why don't you come on and fight us square and square? What was that sound just now? Ow. Huh? That's Nicole? Honestly, you're scared to be thieves out of me. Your voice was so loud there, little missy. I was so surprised that I fell on blind my eyes. I'm sorry. What are y'all getting so riled up for? You gotta hear this. It's really frightening. Yes? Okay, please just leave it at that. Unless you want to make it tomorrow morning's headlines. Aw, shucks, don't be a stick in the mud. What's wrong with letting a gal open her heart and spill the beans? For now, I'll turn the bug off. Listen, you fun kidnapper. This way. Was the boy you saw being kidnapped? This boy from the photo. Nope, they ain't nothing alike. He had a more stupid looking face and was wearing a collared school uniform. I thought so. Yet again, we were led astray by this woman's testimony. We still have to conduct our investigation all over again. So we're back to where we started. And are there any new leads? There's only 20 minutes left until 2 o'clock. Will we be able to make it in time? Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! What about that phone call just now? Wasn't the strange sound at the end? A strange sound. Don't you think you can get away with it? You come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me just. But I highly doubt that. Boom. Now that you mention it, it sounded like an explosion. It might be a hint to establish the culprit's whereabouts. Sounds of an explosion, eh? I would appreciate if you stopped eavesdropping on us. Prosecutor, yes, thing is that first, let's see what he has to say. Gummy, why are you running away? Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth gave up his prosecutor's badge. He just didn't know what to do. Detective Gumshoe, don't follow me. And then I began to think, Mr. Edgeworth isn't a prosecutor anymore. Does that mean I'm no longer a detective? Nonsense. But that's not true. Even without Mr. Edgeworth, I'm still a detective. Investigating's my job. Detectives don't investigate just for the sake of prosecutors, pal. That's why, even if I'm on my own, I won't stop investigating. So, you've been investigating by yourself? Then perhaps at this time, you should thank your former subordinates. He gave me some valuable information which may save Carrie Faraday. Detective Gumshoe did. So, Jill Crane's officer report. I went to the detention center to see how Kay was doing. That's when I heard. When you get to where I am, you can just grate your own truth anytime you want. Kay Faraday's the culprit. That's the truth I simply manufactured out of thin air. Good, very good. That expression. You heard that conversation? That's right. That's why I looked over the evidence again myself, sir. Gummy, that's amazing. So it's you who saved me. Hey, I'm really glad your memories, yeah, you got your memories back. Thank you. You get it now? I can investigate on my own. Gummy, don't run away. You're already proven that you can investigate on your own. After all, you saved me. Detective, I need your help. Currently, I'm not a prosecutor, nor am I of much of anything. Even so, I will pursue this case. I ask you not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us? Oh, please cut it out, sir. Gummy. This is more than just us. Okay, I get it, pal. I can't bear to see Mr. Edgeworth bow his head to me like this. Gummy! Thank you. What do you want me to do, sir? Detective Gummy, please tell me what you found in your investigation so far. Roger, let it to me, sir. I have 3 things to report. First up, about case closed, where that represents the crime line. Traces of an external, extremely powerful sleeping cell called Sleepy. The Sleepy CD is profound. That means after Kay was drugged at Grove Lake, he was brought to the roof of the Grand Tower. That's right, sir. Now for the item number 2. Footage from the security camera at the Grand Tower's elevator. Footage that captured President Long and Nick important going up to the roof. The elevator is generally the only way to get to the roof. And if there's an elevator used, the person who used it would be caught on camera. Exactly. In other words, if you look over the footage from a couple days ago, you should be able to see an unconscious Kay being carried up to the roof. Then Gummy, does that mean you checked out all the footage before the investigation 2 days checked all the investigation of the incident 2 days ago on Fast Forward? I see. And the results? Well, actually, nothing came up, sir. Kay never showed up on the table at all. That was unexpected. So I guess it won't be so easy. How was Kay brought up to the roof on the tower? I should take a moment to carefully consider the possibility. Well then, let's hear your third and final report. Yes, sir. Last but not least, the most important thing to report. I'm so happy to be able to investigate with you again, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm gonna give it all my arrest call. That is all. I apologize for putting you through so much. However, that was your most important report. That has nothing to do with the case at all. I will have to prefer something that's actually useful. That's the merciless attitude. That's the Mr. Edgeworth I know, sir. A young boy has been kidnapped. I want you to help us search for him. A kidnapping, sir. The victim is a boy by the name of John. Ah, that kid is the Moore. Yeah, you know about him. I saw that boy myself, sir. Just that this morning. That's right. He came out of that trailer over there. And then he walked towards the garbage pickup area. Garbage pickup area? That's right over there, pal. That's where all the trash from the Grand Tower's office is collected. I don't know what happened after that. Since I left the place around then. I think we must investigate the garbage pickup area. That's case badge, right? It's just as cool as a prosecutor's badge, isn't it, sir? But Mr. Edgeworth. But, it's fine. Don't cry, Gummy. Even Mr. Edgeworth says he's a prosecutor. I'm sure someone else will lower your salary assessment. Someone else lower mine. Oh. Is he crying about his pay being cut, or is that will be someone else cutting it? I think it's a little bit of both, honestly. Looks like Kay's got attack Gerald and it Indeed. A little too energetic, I might add. It's all thanks to Gummy and Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you! I really mean it. Then you thank us. That's all that matters. Then get back to your health self, okay? Speaking of which, you had a bunch of bandages wrapped around your head. Have your injuries already healed, pal? And you bet those bandages would help my memories come back faster. They were just replacements for a headband. To reignite my fighting spirit. You could have mentioned that part later. Haha, Mr. Edgeworth, you're such a joker. Even if you show that to me, I still have no idea what it is, sir. You use words like that quite proudly. I'm sure have taken a turn for the worse, sir. But I decided to investigate the case on my own. I tried to remember all the techniques you would use, Mr. Edgeworth. And above all else, what's most important is, even if something seems impossible at first glance, you must still sort of suspect it. Certainly, you are correct. So far. monsters don't actually exist in the world, but if that's what seems at first glance, perhaps we should have suspected that President Homework really was trampled by a monster. Thinking outside the box, like, really, is this really important? Is it, Mr. Edwards? I think you're thinking too much like a certain defense, you know? Oh, Detective Pikachu, so close yet so painfully far. Okay, we're done with you, Jim. Remy said John headed towards the garbage pickup area. See, that might be some traces of him left behind. I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious secretary. Okay. The garbage pickup time is at 11 a.m. So that's why there is no traffic. When I looked here earlier, the place is overflowing with garbage. Looks like the day's trash when today's is the day when the bulk waste is collected during garbage pickup. The real row amongst the bulky items placed in your pail. The garbage truck's compactor can only crush the kind of object stuff. No, it seems in this case the bulk waste is transported as is, without being crushed. Huh? Why do you know about how bulk waste is disposed of, Mr. Edwards? Ah, maybe Mr. Shields, in order to accomplish it, Mr. Edwards, the excavation plan. Since moving process its directional culture. There is times when you are so strong here, although they are far from you. Looks like the garbage pickup is already locked. It's probably to prevent people outside the Grand Tower from disposing of their trash here. This milk carton is... It's the one John was drinking out of. There's no mistake. Something must have happened to John here. Combined with Detective Gumshoe's testimony, the chances are high that John was attacked at the garbage pickup area. If it was here, there wouldn't be many witnesses. But why would John have come to a place like this? It would be natural to think that he came here to clear something away. Wouldn't you know if no one except the garbage truck has already collected everything? The only vehicles that came through the plaza this morning were the taxi and the blue truck. And Mr. DeBest was kidnapped in that taxi. Yes, meanwhile, John was attacked in the garbage pickup area. Well, the garbage collected was from the 11 a.m. Ah, I got it, sir. The blue truck was actually... That's right. The blue truck came through the plaza was the garbage truck. However, of that being me, the officer who gave us this information made no mention that the blue truck was a garbage truck. Talk about clearly. How could someone mistake a garbage truck for a normal truck? That's not it. Today was the day for the collection of the bulk waste. I suspect it was a standard truck without a trash compactor that came by to collect the trash. John was taken away by this garbage truck. And where do garbage trucks go? To the dump. Of course. Hold up! The culprit was disguised as a garbage collector, right? Then the truck was probably fake too. I don't know if they really went to the dump. No, that garbage truck should have been real. Eh? Why is that? That would be made clear if you simply take a look at the garbage pickup area.
Take that!
The garbage pickup area is locked. Ah! Only real garbage collectors would have unlocked it to collect the trash. Precisely, we should assume that the genuine garbage truck was used. For example, the kidnapper could have done a large cardboard box. The box would mix in with the rest of the waste. The garbage collector would have carried John away without even knowing it. Exactly. The culprit would have then lied away as the garbage box. And then, as they said, I threw it away by mistake. The box would be returned to them. Any garbage dump here, but ah, there's two of them. So which garbage dump was taken? Could there be a hint anywhere information I can hold? I guess we have to connect all that. No, wait, no, Will's still here. Let's talk to Will. Mr. Powers, I know it might be a boorish question, but there's something I'd like to ask you. Okay? Well, what is it? Are there perhaps any plans to make a new Steel Samurai? I'm sorry, but is that question related to the investigation? No, it's just a personal question. I'm sorry. I can't talk about it with people outside the studio. Not even you, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah! Of course! As I thought, you cannot talk about it. However... you didn't tie it out right. Does that mean there's hope? What a nerd! God, Edgeworth, what a nerd! Nerd Edgeworth! What a nerd! Alright. Nicole, what you got? I don't know how we're helping this move to skate forward. I reckon Colin thinks it did work. I'm not so sure about that. We've been chasing after an entirely different person. Indeed, it seems you did not properly examine the photo earlier. No. If my info was all really that bad, no, some of it's the blame falls on us relying on a dubious information source. It's time for us to regroup and start over. Could you hold on for a second? If you think I'm staying quiet after being called a dubious source, you got nothing coming! And then, I guess I'll just have to tell you about the scoop I have been saving. You've been saving a scoop? Also, I'm not expecting much. Let's hear it. What is the scoop of yours? It's Mozilla. I have precise evidence that the mighty Mozilla exists. Okay, let's go, okay? Hold up! I found out I was actually there. Mozilla had appeared. What did you have noticed no matter where you were? Well, I was ways off, and I was using a slightly unusual recording method, so, could you explain that to me, this recording method in more detail? I guess I just have to dug my own grave. There's this. I was aiming for a spook. So I did need some wireless wiretapping. Wait a minute. Wireless wiretapping? If there's no wires, how do you tap them? Also, isn't that like illegal or something? Hey, please don't insert yourself dramatic. She was simply ignorant that wireless communication and wireless listening was not permitted. I've been spending the last few days checking out the Grand Tower in the mental. So you were investigating the black market, In that case, you naturally would escape the immediate area surrounding the Grand Tower. You betcha, but right here in that, right then and here, I hear you at a certain rat. Finally, Mozilla appears, and I hop on and I feel the strong thing. So everything except the sound is just their own personal impressions, right? In the end, it seems like you didn't have actually seen it. I reckon Ryan's more my thing anyway, as I continue turning into the situation. Little Miss K over there almost shattered my eardrum. These trappings for cowards! Why don't you come out and fight us fair and square? What was that sound? While you were eavesdropping, you were so surprised by Kate's voice and fell over. In other words, you did not hear her voice directly. You heard it via the radio wave emitted by the bug, did you not? What? Then does that mean the one who planted the bug on me was... I was just eavesdropping, I never stick the bug in nobody. Miss Swift, do you mind if we borrow that tape for a while? Well, do what you want to do, what you please on that day. Mr. Edgeworth! Miss Keys, Miss Berries. Did you find him? Not yet. Just where could John be? John? Ah! No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. They don't know anything about the kidnapping. According to Sebastian, we found him not too long ago. Really? That's great! Thank you so much. Now I won't be arrested again. I was expecting Mr. Rogers. How'd you find him? Logic. Naturally, it was all thanks to the power of logic and reasoning. Yes, ours is the supernatural power, the greatest power of all. Logic. The greatest power any lawyer will ever have, even a lawyer. Edgeworth is currently not a lawyer. The power of logic. Why did a certain defense attorney ever use that? Oh, right, because he had the power of talking to the dead. Oh, wait, no. That was thanks to his weird girl assistant. He had the power to see locks on people's hearts. Right, yeah! Actually, it was just a coincidence. I guess we weren't any help at all, were we? Don't be silly, of course you helped! Really, thanks a lot! Where were you guys searching, Hyman? It was a bit far off, but we searched around the Sunshine Coliseum. Coliseum. They were by the shore. There were a lot of people who had the event there, so I thought you might have gone as well. An event? Sounds like fun! Is it a festival I want to go to? It was a lot of fun. There was food stands, fireworks, much more. We got warmed up, but out people in the crowd pretty quickly, though. You didn't have to tell them that! Oh, what a short little boy. It's settled. Once we're wrapped up this case, we'll go there. At any rate, I'm glad you were able to say it. Why is that? Truth is, our circus show is about to start. So I don't think we would be able to help out with the start much longer. Sorry to burden you with this when you also need to prepare for your performance. No, it's okay. Please don't worry about it. After all, I also didn't want to get arrested again. I feel relieved that you were able to find me, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, but the warden still hasn't been declared guilty yet. What? So you're saying there's still a chance I might be arrested? No way! Hey, please don't tease him. Yeah, let's talk to him. Even though Regina's also a search with her friends. Aww, you're being so fun. My friends, does he mean her animals? If I recall correctly, wasn't the very big circus must have performance today? Yep, that's right. We've been all practicing a lot for this upcoming performance. Will Simon also be performing? Of course! He's been practicing really hard even though he keeps saying no way. He wrote in a balloon and did a lot of advertising for us. Mr. Edgeworth, you can also come by and see Simon's heroic. Very well. That is, if we're able to discuss this on this case. It sounds like you were saying you used animals in your search. Yep, I thought we would be able to find him if I used their records in that way, but Simon said no way, it's not no fun. If Simon had been there would be probably a mass panic right about now. Simon, why'd you stop her? That would make the city more fun, like a circus. Mr. Edgeworth, these are good beans. Why is he apologizing to me? I haven't done anything. Maybe next. Nope. Oh, fireworks! Yeah! That can connect something, right? And it will get us another piece of logic that will connect to his witch stone. Mr. Keys, didn't you say there was fireworks at the Coliseum earlier? Huh? What about them? Where were those fireworks set off during the day? Yeah, even just while we were there, a bunch of them were set off. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? That explosion sounds like we heard the end of the kidnapper's phone call. Could have been a firework, but why the hell would you set fireworks off at like fucking noon? It very well have been the fireworks. Ah! So I'm thinking, yeah, wait, what's this? Come get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice. I highly doubt that. Ooh. For the sounds to have been picked up by the phone, it must have been fairly loud. That means the culprit was near the Coliseum. Indeed, it would be impossible for us to search the entire area by ourselves, if only we could have the police on the hand. Based on the explosion we heard from the kidnapper's phone, we know the drawing is being confirmed someplace in the vicinity of the Coliseum. One of the garbage dumps is next to the Coliseum. John was most certainly taken there. In which case, the safety is to be confirmed to be also must be somewhere close by. Detective Jump. Yes, sir. Can I ask you to search the area around the garbage? You don't have to ask me like we're strangers, sir. Feel good distance. Please order me around like you normally do. Are you sure, detective? Right now, I'm not a prosecutor. Did I tell you, sir? Detectives don't just investigate for the sake of prosecutors. You have my things, detective. Investigation complete. Do-do-do-do. Mr. Edwards, look, it's almost time. Yes, it would be best if we hurry. They should all be at their limit. Detective Upstream County. Leave it to me, sir. This may be an official investigation, but I'll call in all help from the station. I'll help too. Stealing John back is my job after all. I'll be returning to the courtroom. I might be able to draw out some more time. Okay, well then, in the depths of the night, Dr. Stark too. We have to hurry. Yes, sir. Oh, my introduction! Now this person takes the flight! April 6th, 2:16 p.m. District Courtroom. Courtroom number 2, sorry. Well, it is a former prosecutor Edwards. Witness, face forward, or we're not done talking. Like I said, you see, why exactly would I need to help that person out, Your Honor? You know, it's a crying shame. Having a beautiful woman declared guilty, honestly. It brings tears to my eyes. But you see, there's no reason for me to go out of my way to hide evidence just to save. Objection! However, we still have the testimony of your son, Prosecutor Spence. He testified that he handed evidence over to you. Well, I haven't had the slightest clue, but he was shocked. I simply can't imagine why Sebastian would say something like that.
Objection!
Well, if there is evidence that shows your connection with Gordon for one, and just what do you think you're doing, former prosecutor Edwards? I am under the impression that you're no longer in Miles Edwards, how dare you barge into my prosecutor's pen? Francesca, I'm sorry. I need you to lend me to the pen for a little while. What are you saying? Judge Courtney, I have brought vital evidence related to this case. Your Honor, please allow me to testify. She'll never allow it.
Objection!
Courtney, Uncle Ray also asked that he be allowed to testify. There's no objections from the prosecution either, right? Understood. The prosecution also has no
Objection!
There's no way you can allow something like this. Such high-handed method. Surely there's enough to warrant being held in contempt of court, which you say, Courtney. John's still in danger. Courtney cannot rule against the warden. You must convey her somehow that the search of her son is progressing. Judge Courtney, I ask that you have faith in me and my assistants. Thank you, men. Where exactly is she? She is currently out searching for the most important piece of evidence.
Objection!
That is a waste of time. There's no such evidence. Are you stalling for time? How disgraceful.
Objection!
Most importantly, piece of evidence, huh? Courtney, I don't really know what the evidence is, but I think we all should have faith. After all, she may not look it, she's still a great thief. She's still the great thief, yeah. Somehow, it seems that Mr. Shields understands. Judge Courtney, we have already determined that the general location of the evidence. It's only a matter of time before she steals the evidence back. I understand. Then I shall give you a special permission to testify. Thank you, Your Honor. This is ridiculous! This is vital evidence that you have found. Please present it to the court. Malice, the best, and Patricia Rowland are somehow connected. Allow me to present the evidence that proves it.
Take that!
This document contains a detailed report regarding the interrogation of a certain man. A certain man. That man being the late Horace Knight. And the one who interrogated him was the defendant in the trial, Joshua Rowland. So that's me. That was the interrogation murder. That's right. Joshua Rowland murdered Knight in the aftermath of the interrogation. And that very interrogation has been recorded in this written report. That doesn't sound like vital evidence.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, just now you referred to that document as a written report. Now, just who in the world would write a report? That report written? I thought you might ask that, Francesca. And that precisely is what is most important about this report. We found this document inside the safe in the storeroom from the 51st floor of the ground house. 51st floor. The storage room where the black market is. The black market auction. Indeed. And the conductor of the auction was you, Ballast to Pass. You received a report about the victim award from the victim Warden Lunda. In the face of this evidence, can you still say you had no connection to this case? In regards to that, I refuse to answer. What? It has yet to be proven in court that I was the conductor of the black market auction. Oh, haven't you already forgotten the events of this morning? I believe I have already proven that it back then, did I not? I will not deny that I was bested by you. However, that was at the crime scene. Who knows if the results will be the same in court? An acquittal is still possible. Until it's been proven in court that I am the conductor of the black market auction. You can't prove that the document was addressed to me. Your logic is twisted. That's not very nice of you. My logic isn't twisted, is it, Courtney? Don't you feel the same way? It was quite unlike you to allow former prosecutor Edgeworth to state you don't know. It saddens me, you see, that you would fail to uphold the laws as the judge should. In fact, I'm so upset about this, I may have no other choice than to use my last resort, you know. It's as you say. Something that has not been proven in court does not merit any deliberation. I will have to overrule Mr. Edgeworth's claim. As I thought, until John has been rescued. You see, the truth at the scene and the truth at the courtroom are two very different things. So you're saying the truth could be distorted in court. So as long as it's for your sake. What a horrible thing to say. I'm not distorting the truth or anything like that, you know. Yeah, you're just making your own fucking truth, bitch. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm a bitch. I can swear at you all I want, you know? I'm not guilty of hurting hands down. Then it becomes the truth. That is all to it, you see. There's nothing you can do unless you use evidence turns up. Now then, of course, why don't you just deliver a not-guilty verdict? Let's get this over with. After all, that evidence is gonna show up, man.
Objection!
Sebastian! Who raises an objection just now? Sebastian. Why did you come back here? Now of all times. Sebastian, what is the meaning of this? Just where are you? What have you been doing since you abandoned your own trial? I'm sorry. I was such an act of unbecoming of a prosecutor. You should be ashamed. Sebastian, you still don't get it, you know. This court has no place for a sniveling child such as yourself. I have come to present new evidence, Your Honor. So, please, let me take my place back into the prosecutor's bench. at all like your normal self. Bubs! Come now, what is the matter? You don't want Daddy to play with you. Is that it? Well then, why don't you just head back? Return to the witness stand. What's wrong? You're shaking like a leaf.
Objection!
Your Honor! The prosecutor officially in charge of this case has just arrived with new evidence. The trial is still in session. In light of this, shouldn't we continue with the proceeding? Naturally, the defense has no objection. I'm sure the defense attorney originally in charge would say the same. The prosecution has no objections either. Continue with the proceedings? That won't be necessary. Isn't that right, Courtney? Alice still believes that he was the one who kidnapped John. As long as John still hasn't been found, Judge Courtney will remain bound by Alice, and nothing else will change that. Now sound it. My cell phone. My phone as well. Yeah, Uncle Ray's phone is also. Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Shields. We found John, sir. We rescued John. Excellent work, detective. That kid was the most important piece of evidence, right? Way to go, Kay. I wanted to spread the word quickly, so I had everyone call. Judge Courtney, it's for you. Yes, I see. I'm glad you're safe. Make sure you probably think everyone, okay? Be careful. Be home safe. Oh gosh. I'm not crying, you're crying. Let us resume the proceedings. Now that I'm once again can sway my gavels to my heart's content. Ha! You're kidding, right? This is just a sad joke, you know. Witness, this is no joke. Please return to the stand. Prosecutor DeBest as well. Promptly return to your seat at the prosecutor's bench. Yes, Your Honor. Sebastian DeBest. Yes, Miss McDormand. I leave the rest to you. Oh, going up against your own father won't be easy. I shall observe how things pan out. From the gallery. Now then, allow me to ask once more. Is the prosecution ready? Prosecutor DeBest, what is the new evidence you wish to present? The missing knife and chisel, Your Honor. You mean they finally been found? Prosecutor DeBest, is this true? The knife and the chisel. I wasn't able to find them. I searched and searched, I really did, but it was already too late. Too late? What do you mean? I remembered this morning I passed my boss in the garage at home. He was holding something wrapped in a newspaper. Pop, where are you going? Ah, Sebastian, just picking up some trash. At that moment, I heard it. The faint sound of a bell. That sound had been by any chance. The bell attached to Dojin's chisel? In other words, you're saying that this witness just threw away evidence? I searched for it, but I didn't make it in time. I'm sorry. Where exactly did you search for it? The garbage dump. I went to the garbage dump and searched everywhere. I thought the evidence box room had to be there. Isn't that Sebastian? What are you doing here? Ah! He ignored us. But at that time, he gone to the garbage. But this is all I can find. It smells rather peculiar. Now that you mention it, there is some kind of funky smell coming from you as well. What do you expect? I was digging through garbage! And what of the night? I think it's buried somewhere in that giant mound of trash. But I couldn't find it by myself. I understand. I shall accept this as evidence. Well done, Sebastian. You never betrayed my expectations, you know. We searched so desperately and searched through the garbage, and that's all he has to show for it. Oh, what a tearjerker. I'm tearing up already. That's how I feel like he sounds like. He's just like, oh, my poorest boy. Like he's trying to act all like high and mighty, like he's trying to act all like, oh, woe's my boy and stuff, but it's really just like, come on, my dude.
Objection.
It's not too early for tears, don't you think? We haven't examined the evidence properly yet. I think it's just pointless to waste of time. I'm counting on you, Sebastian. Miles, show him that the truth can be exposed before I take him down. Mr. Shields is backing us up. Now all we need is a breakthrough. Dude doesn't care about this fucking record! Woo! He knows the true way of being a lawyer. Prosecutor DeBest, let's take a closer look at the evidence. Right! Let's have a look inside. It's a big grave. Find some good fruit. This is the bell that was attached to the Doge's shovel. Are there any traces left behind? It's no good! There's not even a single smudge on it! What did you find, Prosecutor DeBest? Did you even find anything? Darn it! Of course it's common. Nothing like that can be called evidence. All of this is trash. It may be sad. It's a truth, you see. Indeed, this is well constituted to be valid evidence. However, Mr. Edwards, are you really giving up? Almost always, Edwards. Quite unlike Sebastian here. Well then, it's the prosecution the argument.
Objection!
Justine, not yet! We're not through yet! There's still something we haven't examined! You're still not giving up? Struggling is vain, not cute and all, you know. It seems Sebastian hasn't given up yet either. I was just thinking the exact same thing. The last night you made in my is it trash or is it evidence? I don't understand, but you'll never find out. It's love. Let's examine the newspaper. We're not done examining the newspaper that Bella was wrapped in. Sebastian has the name again later. Ah, this is wonderful. No wonder. It's to cry for. It's desperation or simply reckless abandonment. Thanks, I learned it from a certain defense attorney. How many times I'm going to use that joke? Are you really going to put all your hopes on a worthless scrap paper? We wouldn't know for sure whether it's worthless until we examine it, would we? Sebastian, let's examine the post-it. Oh, whoa! Oh, whoa! Is this a handprint? There's something greasy on here, too. Is it oil? Judge Courtney, we would like to request a fingerprint analysis on this paper. Could you please summon someone from forensics? Your request is accepted. Contact the lab at once. Reporting. These are definitely fingerprints. However, it's from a glove. What? Didn't I tell you? It's nothing but worthless scrap of paper. Just think about it, you know? When handling important evidence, what kind of idiot wouldn't use gloves? Oh wait, wouldn't that be you? The idiot who doesn't know when to give up. That's pretty harsh. Talking to yourself. Ray would be like, hey, Gregory would never do such a thing. What's wrong with calling an idiot an idiot? He's your son. You still don't understand this, Alice. He's your fucking son! If you want to be the best, you have to be heartless. I think a certain defense attorney would disagree. A certain defense attorney front. A certain prosecutor will another prosecutor is starting to understand that. And we don't talk about anyone else because those events happen again. I have no compassion for this worthless individual, not even my own son. You know, you've always called yourself a genius prosecutor, haven't you? Didn't I explain to you this morning when you were a genius up until now? That's right. It was all because of me. Because of my sword. And you are always being protected by people like Courtney. And me. Now get that stinking face of yours out of my sight. This is the type of people who should not have sons. I was thinking about this earlier about how I want to do like a tier list of Ace Attorney dads. Alice, absolute F tier. I will not question any. I will not hear any other answer. He is an F tier father. Okay? At least, like, yeah, sure, sure. Ron Karma was a criminal too. But at least he didn't berate his own children. See, Francesca, Edward, they seem fine. They just have a lot of trauma going on. They just have trauma to deal with. Edward's more than Francesca. Just thinking, you know, when I think about it, it's like perfectly. Keep it away from my nose. My eyes will start watering.
Objection!
Wrong. You're wrong, Pops. Sebastian, what are you talking about? You're the one who stinks, Pops. It's you, not me. What? You haven't noticed, have you? You smell, Pops. So much that you can't even hide it. Mr. Edgeworth, try smelling the handprint on the newspaper. It smells like oil. I know something that smells just like it. What's that? The smell of portal oil. Maintaining the photo picture must be valid. That's right. The smell proves it. It proves that the culprit hid the evidence was. It was no good. It's no good. I can't become the best after all. I'm too soft. I could never be so heartless. I just can't bring down my father with my own hand. Prosecutor the best. summon your courage. Become a different prosecutor from your father. Wasn't that what you decided? We're prosecutors, and as prosecutors, we stand in the courtroom. In that case, isn't it our duty to shed light on the truth? Exposing crime and bringing criminals to justice, even if the criminal is your own father. That is your duty as a prosecutor. Didn't I promise you that if you had the courage to stand up, I will show you the way? And if you cannot do it alone, then we shall do it together. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Allow me to present the evidence that connects this handprint with my father!
Take that!
This is the smell of motor oil. This kind is used for maintaining motorcycles. Both myself and Edward have smelled this exact same smell before. That is the best. And it was in your garage. And wouldn't you say that your fingerprints have a rather peculiar shape? 5 letters that spell out EIS. That's exactly the same as your own gloves.
Objection.
You can't buy gloves like that from anywhere. It doesn't prove a thing.
Objection!
Is that really the case? That's not the only thing that these 2 pieces of evidence have in common. Fingerprints on the newspaper that was used to wrap up the bell. Bell mechanical glove. Unmistakably similar as they both there.
Take that!
If you examine the imprint to the left on the letter A, you'll see it distinctly from the glove. What? And that's not all. There's no more of them we must take note of the dirty thing. I suggest we do a compromise analysis, a comparison analysis of the next day from the newspaper and glove. If that connection is met, then it will prove to be decisive as Bailiff! Please have the dessert sample sent to the front for analysis immediately. Grrrr! And worse, Sebastian! You lowly prosecutor. Do you have any idea who I am? I know exactly the kind of person you are. Pop, you can't run away from him anymore. It's been proven in court that you concealed the evidence, and that you tried to cover up the defendant. You're saying that I'm guilty? How we present? Me? Bell is the best? Come on, nosed up punks are gonna make me disappear? There must be some kind of mistake.
Objection!
I'm being mad, admit to your crime.
Objection.
You really think you can survive if I'm not around? I'll be fine now. I thought I wanted to become the best prosecutor so I could get your approval, Pops. But when I was kidnapped by your men, and stuck in that dark room, I started thinking, I'm truly powerless. I despaired and averted my eyes from the truth, but at that moment, Mr. Ezra stepped in and showed me the way. Now, I'm no longer a child chasing after his father's approval. I became confident, capable, finding evidence all on my own now. What? My men kidnapped you? Why were you?
Objection!
Pops, I'll show you the truth that you never knew through this trial. Sebastian, how dare you speak to me like that? You're getting the justice you deserve, you son of a bitch. You should have just stayed in as an idiot son. You may have hated me to the very end. You may have hated me to the very end, Pops. But I always looked up to you. Thank you for everything up until now. And goodbye. You, since when did you? All you've ever been is the Did he smoke off his hair again?
It has been established that the evidence was concealed by Valis the Best himself. A judgment regarding his concealment of evidence shall be delivered at a separate trial. The missing pestle and knives have yet to be found. However, once a search for the waste disposal site is underway, they surely will be discovered. The knife will be found? What will happen to me if it's found?
No need to worry. You'll still receive the punishment you deserve for your crime.
Punishment for me?
Valis, what in the world are you doing? You! After all your boasting about being able to create your own truth and not guilty verdicts, why have I contacted you immediately after the prison evidence in the first place? To make matters worse, you even kidnapped the wrong kid. I can't believe this! You really are completely useless!
That was certainly a violent outburst, but you've heard her, Prosecutor DeBest.
Yeah, she got flustered and said a bunch of important stuff. Right?
Indeed.
That's correct. He still doesn't seem very sure of himself.
Very well. And with that, this court is adjourned.
Knuckle fast!
What? Huh? Who are you?
Heck yeah!
Judge Carney, still too early for a happy end. Li Xing Lang said, the end of the trial is not always the end of the case.
And who might you be?
The name is Shishilong Lang. I'm a humble lone investigator.
Do you have some objection with this trial?
Ha! Not a chance. The defendant here has the heart as black as moonless night. Lang, don't tell me you're the one from 12 years ago. You got it. Ain't it nice? Now you're finally going to prison where you belong. 12 years is a long time to come from sentence. Don't you agree? Agent Lang, what are you talking about? The SS5 12 years ago. Case on 12 years ago. Well, law has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, me and my father were close friends, and our plan to protect the president's life. But then, he suddenly changed. It's all as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even shred of faith in police forces and thought. 12 years ago. I wonder what's on that. Might have had something to do with my father and the president of law. There's a world. You Valis the Best. Back then, you two killed off the Link clan.
Are you?
That's right, I would. However, I'm not here to chase after a ghost of the past. I'm here for you, Justine Courtney.
But me?
You and one other.
John!
Miss Courtney, you're coming along too. As a suspect in the murder of the president of Zenfa, Du Hung Wall.
Objection!
Agent Lang, what evidence do you...
Knuckle fast!
Settle down, Miss Cross. The investigation has only just begun. We're going to inspect the crime scene while the suspect was the suspect in attendance. Agent Lang, did you get his hands on some new pieces of evidence? If you have any objections, take along as well. I shall do just that. The end of the trial is not always the end of the case. There are so many mysteries yet unsolved surrounding the murder of the president. Namely, the true nature of the giant monster. And then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you would bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that. The true identity of the president and the don't. Now, I would love to continue, but it's been like 3 fucking hours. I didn't realize it was going to be this long. Imagine if I did this on Thursday. So we're gonna pick this up on Tuesday. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. It was a lot. Needless to say. Thank you all for joining though. I do appreciate when people come and join. So yes. I would like to actually I don't have like a I was kind of hoping I was kind of hoping I could get through at least middle part 1. So that way Tuesday would be middle part 2 and then Thursday would be the finale. But it looks like Monday is gonna be middle part 1 and then Tuesday is gonna be middle part 2 and then Tuesday will be middle part 1 and then Thursday will probably be middle part 2 and then the following Tuesday will be the finale. So I'll be real with you, I was gonna hopefully try to get through this episode as best as possible with what current events are going on currently, and I was like, oh boy. So it's just like I want to enjoy I want to make sure I enjoy myself because I don't want it to turn like to be Resume Ashes from a few years ago where I rushed playing through that episode and not really took my time to play it, which I still regret, and that's kind of why when we did do Turnabout replay for 3. I was hoping Resume Ashes would win the event, would win the poll, so that way I could actually take my time with it and actually enjoy the episode, and not just try to rush through it, just so that I could, because during that time, because if you guys don't know, during that time I was working at Amazon, and I will always say working for Amazon was the worst time of my life. I basically lost like my whole life outside of work. I felt like all I could do was to sleep and work, and it was awful. And right around that time when I was finishing up the first days of Phoenix Wright Season 3, it was becoming peak season, and so I basically was having to cut out my entire life outside of work and stream, and I had no choice because I was working 10 hours 6 days a week, and honestly it broke me, and I did quit like 2 weeks into that. And I'm in a much better place mentally and physically. Now that I have a work, I have a job that's a more healthy work flow, where I do get time to myself and I have hours that I actually enjoy. I'll be real with you, I hated having to go into work at 1 a.m. It sucked. Because like I said, I felt like I basically lost my life, and I knew I didn't have like a social life or anything. At that time, I felt like I didn't already even have a social life because but it felt even worse then. So I guess enough time to talk about that. But so it's like, yeah, I want to like push through it due to current events, or like have some people being like, oh, but what did it this? I'm just like, but it's crazy to me. We're gonna raid someone out tonight. Make sure to give them lots of love I'll see you guys Tuesday for more Ace Attorney Investigations. And I'll be, making sure. Don't worry about my eye. It's feeling much, much better. Like I said, in the great words of a Polish justice, I'm fine. I feel like I can actually, I don't feel like I'm half blind anymore. So, yeah. I'll be real, see, at the beginning of this stream, I was wearing like a washcloth over the eye, kind of like it, just to cover it up so it felt better, but about a while ago I did take it off and I didn't feel feels better. So, yeah, we're good. So, have a good night, everybody.